And we're live.
What up, world?
What's up, world?
All right, so we got the beautiful Brittany, babe, right here today with us. So how you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you doing, Chris?
Wonderful, as usual.
As
Good as
usual.
fuck.
It's a
As
beautiful
always,
day.
So yeah, it was a couple things I want to cover with you. So what do you do?
My name is Brittany Bieber Barber. That's what I go by. I am currently a barber at Texas College Barber College, and that's my life in a nutshell.
Hell yeah. You want to cut my hair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let me
You
cut.
can.
Yeah. It
You
ain't a
cut
lot
your ball.
there. Oh, well, too late.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. Let me do your razor shave.
I've
razor
been,
shave.
that's been gone for a long time.
That'd be super dope.
Yeah.
Like all bald with your beard. That's my specialty. I love beards.
Oh yeah, you said you were coming out with a beard oil line, right?
Yeah, have
Hell
beard
yeah.
oils and sugar scrubs, and that's all I got so far. But they're pretty good sellers. People like them. They smell good.
Who's
I'm all
that?
about smell.
What
Yeah,
does it
y'all
say?
should see these little ice cubes Chris got in here. Baller ice cubes.
Drink of the day is gonna be
Um,
Crown Royal Vanilla.
Hello? Okay.
Period.
All right, we good? You sure? First, having technical issues.
No, we're good.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. So, number one thing I was gonna talk to you about. I know you're in the LGBTQ community. You
Yes,
know,
I am.
Yeah, big advocate for that shit. So, I don't mean shit like that. I mean that's your thing, and I
That's my
respect
thing.
that shit.
Right.
So, did you hear about the TikToker though?
No.
So his name is Rory Teasley. He was killed by his boyfriend over a video game. You didn't hear about the story?
No,
I swear,
I didn't.
all people you would have knew.
No.
So it was all right. So it was this crazy story, right? So basically, they got into an argument. Police were called over to their house. We're talking about like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Police get there, and the boyfriend is like, "Oh no, he's asleep." So they're naturally police. They gonna go check on him.
Right.
They don't just walk
Well, we
away
wanna
because
see.
yeah.
So
you know,
who called the police?
probably neighbors.
Okay.
It didn't say in the article that I read, but it was basically like the neighbors, I'm assuming, called the police. Yeah, so they go to the house, and yeah, you know, he says, yeah, he's asleep. And they're like, well, we're gonna go check on him. They go check on him, find out he ain't breathing, take him to the hospital. He was pronounced dead. So apparently they got into this argument over a game. I don't know what game. If I had to assume it was probably Call of Duty.
Probably.
Right.
100%. Yeah, I'll start fighting some COD.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they got into this argument over what game, whatever. I don't know what game it was, but then he ended up choking him out, killed him.
That's serious.
It's crazy, right?
That's very crazy.
It's fucked up.
It's a thin line between love and hate. The game got too serious and
Yeah, it is. I mean, I feel bad. You know what I mean?
I mean, why would you feel bad? You don't even know the people.
I don't know the people. I don't know the dude. But, I mean, anybody, I feel like domestic violence in general. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's LGBTQ, if it's straight couples, doesn't matter. It's fucked
Right.
up.
That is fucked up.
You shouldn't be choking, you know.
Your
choking the shit
significant
out of-
other
yeah.
out. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can choke them, but they're not supposed to die.
Yeah, that, you know,
Mm.
that's different. That's different kind of choking.
Yeah. That's like choking gone wrong.
Different
Yeah.
style.
That's a different kind of choking. We ain't talk about that.
Speaking of that,
That's a good question. Why do y'all like being choked? What is the deal?
I like being choked because it's just like a adrenaline rusher. Like right before you get a nut, and then you being choked, and then they let you go, and then you nut.
Is that what
it's
it
like-
is?
Is it
I've
That's
always wanted to
exactly
know
what
that.
it is.
is it like the flash before your life or something
It's
like
like
that?
the adrenaline
Yeah.
rush. Like it feels so good, and then like you let me go right before I'm about to nut, and it's just like and then it's you know.
This just in, all women are psychos.
Right.
Not all women
100%
is
all
psycho.
women. That's a felony, ma'am.
That's not a felony.
That is
Let me tell
100%
you,
a felony.
One
Yeah.
time been choked out. Like I
You been
like,
choked out like for real?
like he choked me out during sex.
Holy shit.
And like he had to like wake me up out of it. Oh God. Like we were in the bed. And I was just like, did you just
What?
did I just pass out? He was like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like
Oh
yeah.
my God.
But was the sex good? Yes. It was the best nut that I could ever like
surprised you remember it.
consciously
Right.
remember.
Surprised you remembered this shit.
kind of, to a certain
I
extent.
think that, but see, getting sexual gratification out of, like being choked or whatever is a little different than domestic violence where you physically going after somebody and choking them out, especially over a video game.
Especially
I think it's crazy because we've gotten to a point in society where violence is being a little bit more
lenient.
understandable.
Yeah.
Where people are starting to be like, well, yeah, I get it. I don't.
Yeah.
I
Not
don't.
over the video game.
No, not
Like,
over something so insignificant.
Right. It's not that serious to
It's
take
not.
a life. It's
I get the comedy aspect of it, but like,
but you're supposed to wake up afterwards. Anyway.
right? Yeah, exactly. But I think I don't know. It was a sad situation. I kind of figured you would have heard at it.
I
at
never
all.
heard that.
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah, I
don't know.
posted it the other day actually on Facebook.
You did?
Mhm.
I didn't see it. I don't know how to put it on Facebook that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a crazy situation.
It's very sad. Like when you kind of actually think about it, that they would even a game. You know what I'm saying? Like people just like gamers. Like that's
Yeah.
it. That's their life. And it's like it's so much more to life. Like this is what you do for a living, which is fine. But then at the same time, it's like damn. So we killing people over a life
Yeah.
in the game. Like it's insane. Domestic
I
violence
agree
at
with
its
you.
highest.
At an all-time high too, and I don't think 2020 made it any better. I think when we were in the pandemic shutdown, you were like locked in with the partner you can't stand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So many stories I've heard about people in like during the pandemic. So many babies came about people that they don't even really like. They
Yeah,
was
the
just stuck
pandemic
with these
babies.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's insane to me. Like I feel like if you wasn't happy already and you knew that we weren't gonna be able to leave for a while, you should have went somewhere where you actually wanted to be.
Fair enough.
Right.
Right.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. But I mean, we were in quarantine. The fuck you gonna go?
To your mom's house. You can go anywhere. I mean, like, go somewhere else
When
other
in
than
doubt,
that
go to
bitch that you
mama's.
don't like, right? You don't even like her now. You on your third baby with this girl you don't like.
I mean, it goes the same way though. She
Yeah.
probably can't stand his ass neither in this hypothetical relationship that
It's
we're talking about.
hypothetical. She probably
I can't stand his ass. You
either.
pregnant again? Yup.
And there it is.
There
So
it
now
is.
we're on our third kid, so I might as well just stay here. What?
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like with my wife now, and like the relationship that I'm in, I'm so happy that none of my other ones worked out. Probably a lot of exes didn't want to hear that. I don't care, but it's true because I wouldn't be as successful as I am now if it wasn't for her. She
Right.
was able to hold it down while I was trying to get my shit together,
Right.
which is something that I think a lot of women have a hard time doing now. It's
Right.
now or never with
Right.
with men now.
Right.
You agree with that?
I do agree with that. Like I feel like at some point in my life, if I really want to be with someone, there might be a time where I have to be the one to steer us. And for a while until we get on this feet or whatever the case may be, and that's not something I would have a problem with. But I would just want my significant other to appreciate the fact what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, you were supposed to do that. Nah.
Well, that's a stigma. I think
Right.
that okay, is it cool if a woman can hold it down? Yes.
Yes.
I agree with that. Is it like necessary? No.
No. Like
You're
I'm
not
gonna go
required.
this- Yeah.
To do anything.
Right.
But that can go both ways, right?
It can.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I was about to get to. It can go both ways. We're not required to hold you down either.
You're
Unless
not
you're married.
required to hold us down, but as a man, you would.
But see, that
That's
doesn't work that
morals.
way.
That's
not-
more on the line of morals you're thinking.
Right.
So
morally I get it, but like
a lot of men don't think that way.
no. I think I don't even think that's the case. It comes down to the old time chivalry. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I
Okay.
think that okay, we can hold it down, sure.
Like who you was raised by type of thing.
Not even really that. It's more so. It's more on the lines of if I was to hold. Okay, I want to hold it down, right? So I'm going to hold down the household, and what are you doing? Is the
Cooking,
question.
Cleaning.
See,
laundry.
I'm cool with that. See, like, cause my wife, if I get to a point where I'm making enough money, she already said she's more than willing to be a housewife, and do that. And we, cause see, this is what people don't seem to understand. In this new age, you have to have two incomes to hold a house now.
Right.
There is no stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home husband. There is literally two incomes to
Right.
make this work. You
You're a
don't get to
blogger or
where
something
we
at
at
home,
now
or-
in all of our lives.
Right.
You don't get here by doing it by yourself.
Right.
You have to have a network in the community. You have to have a wife, husband, or other.
Or
right?
even just one strand of income. People's on like, yo,
Unless you're
you
rich.
can't do that. Yeah, unless you're rich, but
Yeah.
for the most of us, no one just has one strand of
For,
income.
for the
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Like,
so
most
so for the
people don't.
majority of us, that's what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah.
have to be able to hold it. That's how Western society works.
Right.
Welcome to America. You have to be able to hold it down, and it's gonna take two people to do it. Now
Right.
back in the 50s,
And-
40s, and you know what I'm saying.
When gas was like 10
yeah,
cents
we
a
get
pop,
exactly.
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like when it was
bubble
nothing.
gum was buy one get 8 free.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
and
Like,
they,
yeah,
the 10
there was-
cent, 5-cent candies, they don't even have those anymore. They're like 25 cents now.
Right. So that was that was a little different.
That's very different.
Because then you could, you had like the traveling salesmen and like the, the car salesmen or like all the people that, what just happened?
My bad.
Anyway, so like all the people that
My bad,
that would go and do regular work, like the regular Joes, they were getting paid.
Right.
There wasn't a huge income gap because the CEO was only making like maybe a couple, maybe like 100,000
yeah.
more than you.
But now it's like
But
250,000, 500,000.
Shit, it's more than that.
$4.8 billion more than you.
It's like, well,
like think
damn,
about
we're
Amazon,
making
right? So like that's a
15, hell
perfect
yeah.
example.
I was gonna say
They
that.
make like what 14, 15 an
like
hour.
15.50.
Jeff Bezos makes
He
$5
shit.
million a second.
Like, and it's crazy because you look at like when I was working there during the pandemic, and I was just thinking like, oh my God, I'm really coming to work, and everybody's getting like these $1,400 checks every 2 weeks from the government, and I'm really coming to work.
Oh, we
But-
got fucked. Essentials? Oh, we got
Yeah,
fucked.
like
Yeah.
I hated that, and I'm like really here making like $18 or something, but that's how much we were making during the pandemic. But then again, you have people that was fucking busboys at restaurants now raking in $1,500, and they're not doing nothing.
Nothing.
They ain't never made this much money in their
Yeah.
entire life. And
Right.
then you have me going
That's
to work
fair.
every day.
That's a fair point because it's like, bitch, you don't do shit.
you bust tables.
Yeah.
Like
You
it's
pulling
really
in
crazy.
$1,500 a week?
Yes.
What?
And I was shocked because I didn't know that they were really making that much money. Like I thought people was just talking.
Well, to be fair, the busboys were unemployed
Right.
Yeah, they
because the
were.
restaurants were shut down.
But they weren't making that much money prior to.
Well,
like ever.
Well, no.
I don't think they were unemployed because they, never mind.
It was the 2020 pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
But
the
like-
restaurants were shut down. When restaurants were shut down, like majority of the places you could go to,
Were
sit down
closed.
physically, were closed.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
We were in this post-apocalyptic feeling ass
Yeah.
world, right? Where everybody was at home and like
the days seemed
outside was
longer
the
than
the
ever.
floor's lava,
Yeah.
right? Can't touch it. Everything
Right.
outside is closed. You know what I'm saying? Shut down, and then we're getting paid to stay at home, except for the rest of us,
Right.
the essentials.
Yeah.
We're the ones that got fucked
We
because
got
we were getting the
so
same amount
fucked.
of money, right? We didn't get any kind of incentive.
Well, they gave us $2 extra, and I was making like $18.
Would you rather make $18 or $1,500 a week sitting at home?
$1,500 a week.
Okay,
sitting
then,
at
so
home
you got
with my
fucked,
ass.
right?
Like,
That's
I was
my
like,
point.
damn.
Because
Y'all
we
really
truck
making
drivers.
that much?
Right. Right.
And we were out there. We were dealing with all the pandemic. They didn't. The only thing that at the time they did, they gave us gloves and some hand sanitizer and some
They
masks.
even
So they
had
were
like
like, "Good luck."
sturdy masks.
Right.
Like really good masks. Like all the masks you were getting out that fucking box were breaking.
Yeah.
The wooden straps were always breaking. Then it
Yeah.
got to the point where you're wearing like 3 masks a day.
Right.
Then you can't breathe. Then they still want you to pick up all of this stuff, and it's like everybody's ordering stuff.
But I
left
think
and right.
that it was necessary. But I feel like if we're gonna shut down as a whole, right? We need to shut down as a whole. There's
Right.
no such thing as essentials.
Right.
Right.
Amazon should have been closed. All this shit. should have been
Amazon, fucking the post office, like everybody should have been at home.
closed. Exactly.
Right.
Now there's problems with that because you have hospitals and stuff like that need to stay
Like
open for
medical
emergencies.
workers, fine.
Medical
but
work and stuff like that, but they're the ones that are most exposed to the COVID-19 anyway,
Exactly.
right?
Right.
But then the rest of us, like, we have to get stuff from point A to point B in order for you to survive.
Right.
Right.
But the problem is Walmart's will close. Right. No.
Walmart's weren't closed, but they
They
had
were-
like significant hour cuts.
Right.
At one point, they did close.
Right.
For a certain
around
amount
here.
of time, yeah.
For a certain amount of time, and then people realized, hey, how are we going to get our stuff?
Right.
This is what I said. Nobody comes to me for the ideas. I told you, I'm an idea guy.
Right.
And no one ever comes to me and says, Chris, what do we need to do? Well, here's the problem. Okay, what we should have did was we should have had it to where if everybody was locked down,
Right.
then the government brings you what you need to the house, so you don't have to go anywhere.
And then
Instead
some
of
stuff
paying you $1,500,
Right.
postpone all bills.
Right.
The millionaires can take a hit. You'll be fine. I promise.
Right.
You're gonna be okay.
You'll
get
fine.
your solid gold toilet next year, not this year. It's fine. Right? If we're gonna take, like, I feel like if we're gonna take the COVID-19 thing serious enough, then that's what we should have did. It should have been everybody across the board.
Right.
The world did that.
Right.
We didn't.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
The
and there's more
essentials
evidence.
didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The more the evidence comes out, I feel like we kind of fucked ourselves. Because here we are 2 years later. Now we're in 2022. We're almost back to the point where it's a pandemic again. Right?
A lot of school
death tolls are going up. People are getting caught with COVID left and right.
Yeah.
I'm constantly being pulled out of my job to go take a test. I have to wait 2.5 hours in line in order to get it. Finally get it to find out I'm negative, and then go right back to work.
Exactly.
This whole thing has gotten chaotic.
It's so chaotic. And then, like, a lot of jobs and stuff want you to have a shot. Like, if you're going to be, like, where I work at HelloFresh, we have to have a shot.
Right. So that leads me to the whole mandated vaccine thing.
Right.
Right.
But,
which is something that I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
I don't want it. I don't want the shot. I'm not going to lie to you. I tell people all the time, I don't want it. Because every time that I have gotten a flu shot, I've gotten the flu.
Yeah.
Like that year, but versus like the one time I didn't get a shot, I was fine.
Right.
But every single time I get one, I'm like deathly ill. Not like, oh, just a little 3-day, like I'm smelling like the hospital. The whole house stinks. It smells like the hospital. And I'm just like laying in the bed full of sweat. And I just think it's crazy. It's like you're forcing me to do something that I know my body is not going to take. Like, I'm going to do it and I'm going to get sick immediately. And then who's going to pay me for this?
Right.
Like,
I agree. I don't think that mandated vaccines are the way to go. However, I don't think they're as dangerous as everyone thinks they are.
No, I believe that.
But the thing is here's how I look at it, right? If you've caught COVID-19, go get vaccinated. If you haven't, let's see what happens. Because here's the thing, like there was okay, remember the Black Plague? No, of course not. You weren't around. But you remember hearing about it, right?
And
And how did you hear about it? Because people
History.
survived it.
Yeah, true.
Right? They didn't have vaccines.
Right.
So therefore, there are people out there that are accessible, that are able to handle these type of things.
Right.
I'm being one of them. I'm around COVID patients all the time.
Asymptomatic.
I'm one of them.
Asymptomatic people, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm around COVID people like all the time, right? They're it's constant at my job.
Right.
It's always we had a exposure. You got to go get tested. I'm around it all the time. I meet with these people. I don't wear a mask. I don't take shit serious because I'm an idiot, right? That's just me.
Shut up.
It's true. It's true. I don't take shit serious at all.
Right.
I never have, never will. Like this is me. This is how I am. Okay. But the thing is if I have not caught it yet, I'm probably not going to.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at this
Because
point,
right now,
I don't think
with
Fred's caught it like every other weekend. He has COVID. I shit you not.
I've caught the first variant. I say 1.5 because I caught it once and I had the symptoms, and then I was negative. I went to go take a test. I was negative. Then I took another test and I came back positive. So like they were like either you took a false negative or you just caught it again. I was like, well, fuck it, I caught it again.
And then that's a thing too, because I feel like all these people that they have doing the test, they don't halfway know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
So it's like you go to one place and they're digging all up in your nose and they got it. Then you go to another place and they're like, okay, put it in your nose. And it's like, no, you're supposed to do this for me. Like,
am I a doctor?
Right. I don't know how far to go.
I can tell you right now, Fred has caught every variant there is. He's test drove all the variants.
Yeah.
Every one of them, from COVID-1 to the new one.
Don't quote me. Yeah,
Omicron.
I recently had that one.
Yeah, he just got that one not too long ago.
Yeah.
What was the worst one?
The last one.
This new one?
Yeah, because it's quick. So my first symptom was my sore throat. I had sore throat, and I called him at work. I was like, damn, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling good. And slowly while I'm working, I could feel everything get heavy. Because I work around a lot of milk because I'm a milk delivery guy. And the milk started feeling like heavy weights. And I'm like, hold on, that ain't right. So I call him because I call Chris for every advice. Hey, should I do this? And because he gets good advice. So I called and I was like, hey, this is what I'm feeling. What you think I should do? He was like, bro, just go. Because I know my job's already sick of me because I've had situations where I had to call out And they're just like, well, damn, this nigga calling out again. You good?
You wasn't ready for that. And you know you wasn't ready for that. I don't even know why you grabbed it out of my hand. You wasn't ready for that.
I don't even know why you gave it
She
to
got
me.
them virgin lungs.
We do this every time I come here.
Every time she comes over, she's like,
single
oh, let me hit your babe. And then 2
Like,
minutes
yeah.
later, she's dying.
like, what the fuck? Have this
Like, you
thing
know
take
that.
up
Right.
150.
Like, how have you not figured this out by
But
now?
I just want to, maybe my lungs get better. You know, I just be trying to test my lung capacity to see if they're better.
Do it by breathing. See if that works. See how long you can hold
You
your
hear
breath.
the wheezing?
You know there's
You
people
hear
that can
it?
hold their breath for like 5 minutes?
For 5 minutes, I could never.
Yeah, I was watching. Well, I guess he's a YouTuber, TikToker, whatever. His name's John Ballin. Right?
Oh, okay, I know
And
that.
he tells stories and stuff like over the internet, like just random crazy shit, strange, dark, and mysterious, delivered in story format, as he likes to put
Strange,
it.
dark, and mysterious.
He does. It's his thing. It's his tagline, right? So like he was telling a story about Navy SEALs because he used to be one, and how long they can hold their breath. And I'm like, damn,
They
dude.
can hold their breath for a long
Fucking long
time.
ass
For real?
time. Yeah. They
What's that
train
movie with
themselves on that shit.
Cuba Gooding Jr.? He was a.
Yeah, but he played radio too. So fuck you.
But I mean, in the movie,
Damn,
God,
that was a
listen.
good movie.
It
Well,
was a good movie.
Yeah.
the radio.
It was, oh my God. It was a great movie. But he held his breath for a super long
Yeah,
time.
well,
in it.
yeah, he did. Shout out to
Yeah.
Cuba Jr.
I thought
Yeah.
that was that.
What's that movie?
The diving movie, right? Like the one he was a
Yeah.
diver.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
is
and to put on
it?
that big ass metal suit.
Yes,
jump in
with
the water.
thing. But he was under there for.
He was like the first black diver or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
know
was
what you're
under.
talking
He
about.
held his
What was
breath for
that
like
movie, Fred? Look
minutes,
that up.
like longer than 5, like for
Longer
a
than 5?
long ass time.
That's crazy.
A long
That's superhuman.
time. Yeah.
David Blaine could do that. The magician.
Oh yeah.
You remember
yeah.
the street magician? He used to
Yeah.
like, cry diamonds and shit. Yeah, he's weird.
Man of Honor was the movie.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah, Man of Honor.
Let me see.
I don't think that's correct.
That was it, right?
It's Men of Honor.
Men,
Men.
same
Men
thing.
of Honor.
Men of Honor.
That's the same.
When he was a U.S. Navy and the world's
Listen.
black first diver. Yeah, that was
Oh,
it.
Okay, maybe it
Yeah.
was. I don't know. I
I
forgot.
thought that he was a Marine.
No, he was a diver.
Because I remember in the movie he had to get into like one of those chambers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I remember that part.
yeah.
Well, now we were wrong. It was still a great movie, and they did hold their breath for a super long time.
I didn't know that was actually he actually had to hold his breath. I thought maybe
Yeah.
Hollywood did some editing magic. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna lie,
He
until,
really had to hold his
until
breath?
she said that. Well, that's what you said. You brought
Right.
that up.
I mean, in the movie, but I didn't, like.
Oh, okay,
in real
okay,
life.
okay,
No,
I
we
get
were
it.
talking about like in real life.
Real life. Yeah, that's what I
He
thought.
really held his breath that long in real life?
I have no clue. I was,
No, we
I was
had-
asking
I
you.
was saying, I just talked about it in
The
the
most
movie.
misinformed table of all time is right here.
But it's
None
a
of us know
movie,
shit.
right?
Okay,
they
so-
don't really show that
yeah.
part in the movie.
Right.
You know, like he starts off in the movie holding his breath, but
Right.
it's
So,
editing.
Most
it's a
likely he
movie.
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the real guy did in
Right.
real life.
Right.
But not
Fair
Cuba
enough.
Gooding Jr.
Fair
Yeah. He did a couple lines before he hit that scene. I'm so sure.
God.
Yeah. You know, he's like a recovering addict.
He is? Really?
Yeah. Big time.
I didn't
What
know
was
that.
his drug of choice?
Big time. I think his drug of choice was coke and alcohol. He
Good
looked like a
choices.
drum.
You put those two together and you have a great night.
Yeah.
welcome.
But
You're welcome, world.
we all know weed is a gateway drug. So.
No, it's not. That's stupid. That's dumb.
Hey, it is, man.
They
That's-
say that
no.
weed is a gateway drug.
The
And
first drug I ever did was Ritalin, and it was
Who?
prescribed to me.
Ritalin? For ADHD?
Yeah. They used to remember you're a '90s baby like me. You remember when they
I'm an
used to
80s
take me.
baby.
I'm an
Yeah.
'80s baby too, but I said
Yeah.
we grew up in the
Yeah,
90s.
so-
Yeah.
But like you know how it was. Remember when you used to go to school and they used to be like, "Oh, you have ADHD." And they send you to
I
a
had
doctor.
medicine, yeah. And my
of
mom
course you
didn't
do.
like it.
We all do.
Yeah, like she didn't like it.
That
and I
was
could take
that
it.
was hands down the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard in my life. 100%. ADHD is not a real thing.
It's
I've
not a
said
real
it.
thing.
I lived
It's
it.
not a
I
real
know
thing.
because
I don't know, I think it is.
It's not. I'm gonna
I
tell you
don't think
why.
it's a real thing.
Your mind works faster and you think quicker than most people, and you have a hard time paying attention to one thing. So
Right.
the way
That
we
makes me
the way we were taught was it was a debilitating disease. Like it was some thing that was gonna like stop you from being successful. Over 58% of the most successful people in the world had
Had
ADHD.
ADHD.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's a fact. Look it up.
Because we think
Robin
so
Williams
much.
had ADHD.
Of course.
Right? I mean, look at him.
Yeah,
right?
of
Like,
course.
He still couldn't pay attention to shit.
If he didn't, I would be surprised.
Right.
Right,
But
right.
that's what I'm saying, though. Like, we taught ourselves how to think fast and just be more witty. Really.
Right.
That's all it was. And then, like, when we got to the point where they were saying, oh, well, you know, you're never going to get a job. And I remember them telling my mom a whole list of shit I was never going to be able to do. And I did
did all of
every
that
single
shit.
one of them.
Yeah.
And I did it with perfection.
Right. Society.
Fuck the doctors. No, fuck the doctors, bro.
Because they
it's-
say that though. They really
Yeah.
do make you seem like you're not gonna be anything. Then you as a kid sitting up in there like, damn, maybe I need this pill. And then it's like, oh, wait, what?
Oh,
Because
that's
they
just
go over
gross.
all the things that you're not gonna, you know what I'm saying, be good at and accomplish. And it kind of discourages you. And then next thing you know, you're sitting over here on this medicine and you just,
You know it's meth.
you know what
right?
I'm saying, like just like this all day and everybody's
Yeah,
just
you
like,
know it's meth, right?
yeah, because I mean,
They
just how
broke
it
down the
is.
chemical compound of what Ritalin and Adderall was, and then they compared it to meth, and it's identical. The only
Damn.
difference, hold on, the only difference between meth and Adderall is sugar.
What has
They
sugar
took
in it?
meth, added sugar, and called it a pill, and gave it to kids in the 90s, like me. And then this pill would like have us fucked up all day.
So-
We would be
Like, we'll
fucked
just
up
be
all day
sitting
long.
there.
So what you're
Sitting
saying
there,
is-
just like they're talking, and all we hear is boom, 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 boom. I'm
Don't
just
know
like,
what the fuck is
what
going
the
on.
fuck
and it's
am I?
like,
So-
and you just cry, I want to take my medicine.
Basically, what you're saying is all kids in the 80s are meth addicts.
100%.
Total, all sorts of ADHD.
Doesn't it make sense though?
Shit, that's why we have all these
True.
struggling
I can see it.
habits.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, we went to school, like, all right, so I got to the point where I got caught not taking my meds. I stopped taking them, right? And what I would do is I would wear two shirts, and I'd tuck in one and leave the other one out. And as soon as the nurse looked away, I'd throw the pill down my shirt. And then I would be like, you know, like, because you know how
They're
they check your
gonna
mouth and
check
shit.
your
you know?
tongue,
They're going
or-
to check your mouth and shit. So I'd be like, look, it's not there. And then they would send me on my way. So as soon as I got to my locker, I'd untuck my shirt and put the pill in my locker.
Why don't you just
I
throw it
did
away?
that for, well, I don't know. I didn't think about it. I, was, I wasn't a
But
genius.
then you wish
I wasn't
you
like a
really
criminal
could have
mastermind.
sold those. You really could have sold those
Yeah,
pills.
well,
Like,
no, that's
we knew
later.
back then,
That's
yeah.
later on in life. We're not talking about that part of my life right now. No, I'm just saying, like, and then like I got caught because the nurse was out on vacation, I think, or she was gone. That's all I remember. And there was another nurse that was there, and she would literally watch you take it. And I was not taking it. I was not gonna do it. I was done, right? I'm
Took your meds today?
maybe 12, 13 years old at the time, maybe. I was young as shit, right? So I did it like right in front of her. And like I tried to be slick about it, like I was just like, and you know, they had those little plastic. It wasn't even plastic; it was made out of little paper. It was like a little paper cup.
Did they
Like,
get
Oh,
you?
okay, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're
it's
talking
like a
about.
shot of water in it. You're supposed to down a whole pill with
It's
it.
like, it's not enough.
So I threw it down my shirt and I tried to drink it really fast, like, you know, like I did it, and she was just like, and she literally started taking my shirt off, and like the
Damn.
pill fell out, and I ended up, yeah, I
Getting
had to call my
caught.
mom.
It's so embarrassing.
My
It's like,
mom's
you're not
like-
taking your meds.
Yeah, she said,
Come
you
on, we'll
need
take it."
this. You're not gonna be shit without it. That's what the
Hell
doctor
yeah.
said.
And it was always that. That's what the
It was-
doctor
it was-
said.
It was literally, and I lived it. That's how I could talk about it.
Yeah.
It was the biggest crock of shit I've
It
ever
was
heard
the
in my
biggest
life.
crock.
And they've tried to
You
do that to
just
my
sit
kids
there.
now. They've tried to say that a couple of my kids have ADHD, and I'm like, oh, cool.
That's fine.
Right.
That's awesome.
They're gonna have their own identity. They're gonna be fucking amazing.
They're gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's
That's
I
right.
think about it. It's fucking
ADHD
amazing.
kids, y'all the ones that got it good.
Like we have it good. Life is so much better for us once we got off those medicines.
We wasn't paying attention to
Hell
shit.
no, not a motherfucking thing. But we can tell
We
you
didn't pay
everything.
attention to nothing.
We were paying attention, but we were paying attention to
Everything.
everything. Like it's not just
Everything.
one thing that all of my attention is on this board. No, I'm listening to Sarah talk to Justin, Jason up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the teacher. Like I can hear everything that's going on. I'm paying attention to everything because it's just
Yeah.
shit.
The only difference is like I paid attention to everything. I just didn't care about nothing.
Exactly. I didn't give a fuck about it. But I heard you talking, but I don't care
I
about
heard what
it.
you said. I just don't care.
Yeah, who cares about you and your problems, right?
It's like
Who cares
fuck
about
this
this history class?
shit. Yeah, fuck math. I don't give a shit.
I love math.
Especially history class. You like history class?
Love it.
Nah, math was me. I
I
love
like
math.
science.
He was the math guy. Like he was the guy that was always like number 1 and number 2. He was the competing.
Math.
Yeah,
Yeah.
number 1, number 2. He was always competing.
And it
That was
wasn't.
his
It
thing.
wasn't because I love math. It's just I love playing
He was a
sports
sport- yeah,
so
he liked
much
playing
that I was like,
sports.
I rather get. I gotta get. I went just as hard in my sports into the classroom because I was like, you can't go half in the classroom, half in the on sports. So I kind of was like, the level I'm putting in the
beg to differ.
sports, I'm putting in the classroom. So
Right. I wasn't doing.
I
I'm not
half-assed
doing
everything I
numbers.
did in sports.
Like when we
They'd
played
be like, run laps. I'm like, all right.
I was the
run
first one
around,
done.
You're
Go to the
physical.
locker room.
First one done
Gotta do my lap.
every time. Nah, full sprint. Like people are like, bro, it's not time, and I'm just gunning.
Period.
Yeah, he put in work, man. That's one thing I
Yeah.
can say about Fred. When he was in sports, like he put in fucking work.
Was I the best?
No.
No,
But
but
you put
I
in
gave
work
effort.
in your due
I'll tell you this
diligence.
much.
I gave effort.
I'll tell you this much. What I remember about Fred when he was in high school is like he wasn't the best on the field, but he had the most heart.
Right.
Like
Right.
he was the guy that was Rudy. You
Right.
know what I'm saying from the
Right.
movie? He was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna make this happen one way or another,
Right.
and nothing was gonna stop her.
And it's like I
then
had a friend
his
like
mom
that.
pulled him out of athletics.
Yeah.
It broke his heart. But I've never seen anybody so
Why?
broken.
So my brother got hurt, and that kind of
Her
I
final
guess
straw.
put it in her back of her mind like, damn, you could get hurt doing this. And I remember one day I came home from school, and this is the first season just started. So, preseason, we're working out, and I'm tired because I went from summer not doing nothing to working out all day, learning plays and stuff. So I was I went from not tired to tired a lot.
Right.
And I came home one day, and she was like, "You gonna eat?" I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go to bed." I had a long practice. The next day, they're handing out jerseys because every Friday before the game, we would get to wear our jersey at school. And my coach is just like, "Hey, sit down." And I'm just like, "Okay, where's my jersey?" And he's just like, "Your mom took you out of football. You either got to get ready for track or go to basketball." And both of those were like in off season. So I started crying like, "What?"
Why did she do that?
I don't know.
I
Did
think,
she
it,
tell
I think
you?
it was just
No,
her.
she didn't. She told me after I came home, it was like, "Hey, they said I got kicked off the team." And she was like, "I don't want you playing football." And I'm just like, "What?"
My mom was
All
like
that
that
hard
to
work?
my nephews though. She was so like,
Mm.
and my nephew, he was a quarterback,
Mm.
and he plays basketball primarily though. But then he played football, ended up being the quarterback, and he sprung his ankle, and my sister ran out on the field. It was so embarrassing. And next thing you know, they took him out of football.
Yeah, I mean, that's injuries is just a part of it. It's just
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
you could
It
get
makes him a
injured
man,
and not
like-
play a sport. But are you gonna
Yes.
go your whole life? Oh, watch out for that. No, you're
Yeah,
just gonna
no.
live life. So it's like,
Exactly.
why
Liv Moss.
look at the negatives of something and just, you know what I'm saying?
There's so many negatives that like you can just walk outside and walk to your car and literally get hit by a bus like anytime,
Right.
any day. It happens
But
more often than you think.
Is that mean because that's your train of thought? Are you gonna stop walking outside?
Shit, some people.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So,
once knew a lady
shit,
who
they
got
don't
hit
go
by a bus. That's why I
anywhere.
became an introvert.
Like people just give up
You're
their
welcome,
whole,
society.
like they will go anywhere, and it's really crazy. It's like, dang.
How I live it, hey, it is what it is. So
I got you.
Thank you.
that's my slick motto. It is what it is.
So how do y'all feel about it being cold today?
I think it's bullshit.
Well, I like it. It was
Well,
snowing
I
on
think
the way here.
I think it's about time. See, weather like this makes me think that climate change is 100% real, which I know it's real, but I think it's gotten worse, and it's
Yeah.
getting to the point where now in Texas we don't. This is okay. Let me reiterate. This is what I think. I remember when I was a kid, and I think you know this too because you've been in Texas your whole life, right? So you remember October 25th through the 31st, it got cold.
Yeah, right
Off the
before
rip.
I think
Before Halloween.
Is the
Right
holiday
before
set.
Halloween. Christmas was 75 degrees.
Right,
So that lets you know something's different.
Right.
Something is wrong.
right.
You know what I mean?
Christmas was
And
hot.
it's been like this for a while. I think for the last 5 years, I cannot remember October being cold.
No.
And I'm sitting here thinking like, and it dawned on me, I think this year when I was really like, damn, it's Christmas time. Well, here we are, December 25th, and it is 72
in
degrees
shorts.
outside.
Like
In
some
fucking
people are
shorts.
wearing shorts and like long sleeve shirts and stuff. On
Now,
Christmas Day.
granted, we don't get cold like they do in Colorado, Minnesota, whatever, right?
Washington.
But it's Washington especially. But like it gets cold
Yeah.
down here. Like to us
It's-
and our
it's
standards,
cold
it's at
for
least
us.
50, 40.
Yeah. And
It
that shit
waited
feels like
until
dirt.
motherfucking January, damn near the middle of the month, to start getting cold as shit.
Yes, like I think it's so weird. I feel like a lot of people's been saying that it's gonna be like another snowstorm. Like
From
year.
last year? Oh
Yeah.
my god, last year sucked.
Oh yeah,
I liked it.
with the Texas grid that
Am I
worked
the
so
only one
well,
that
we had to
did-
do rolling blackouts.
Like I'm the only person that enjoyed it.
You
wasn't-
you
You
were.
liked it?
I wasn't here
Oh.
when
Oh,
that was going on. I was stuck over the road.
oh yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, because we talked and you said
Yeah.
that you couldn't come.
Yeah, I said I-
loved
yeah,
it.
I was at home, so I was stuck at
too.
home.
He was stuck at home. My wife was stuck here with the kids.
Yeah.
And like, we would have to alternate houses.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if my house had power, then he would come over here and
Yeah.
then we would warm up. They would warm up there. And if this house went out and his house had power, then everybody would shift over there. And then, you know what I'm saying, we'd bring the kids and stuff. We were just trying to keep the kids warm.
Yeah.
That was like the main goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cause
Yeah.
but I know it was cold to me in the house, but I was so like bundled up like when the lights.
Did
was
your
up.
power ever go out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went out.
And it didn't bother me. I don't know. Like I enjoyed it.
You probably just slept all day.
That's probably high.
Probably.
Because the weed
Probably
was
got high as
definitely
fuck.
still running. Like it was still doing like.
She's like,
and he
what?
had-
You don't have any fucking. Oh man, goddamn.
Right.
Exactly.
Where's the damn powers?
And he was out, like he was my dude was the only dude, like, and you can see him in the apartments driving his Mercedes in the snow, like he was like he said he ran through like 2 pounds in a week.
Yeah, I think I went through the worst of it. I went through.
Yeah.
I was stuck over the road inside a truck with my homeboy
Maurice.
and his 3 kids,
My bad.
and we literally got stuck in the truck where we could not like literally get out.
And I never
And-
knew that the big trucks had that whole ordeal in the back. Like there's a full fucking bed.
There's a
back
bed
there.
back there.
Yeah.
There's some of them have bunk beds.
There's
TVs,
refrigerators.
refrigerators.
Some even have like small kitchens in them.
Yeah, and you get those big ones.
Yeah.
Like they have these luxury ones that have like kitchens and stuff in them.
Mm-hmm. Shower, all that.
I mean,
There's a shower in the back of the rig.
some of them.
Yeah, some.
Oh my
Some-
god.
It's
now,
expensive.
Now it's not gonna be like a full fledged, like 10
Right,
by 10.
right.
But still.
Shower. It's gonna be this tiny little compartment that looks
Right.
similar to a porta potty. But
Kinda.
still.
But
it's a
you
shower.
one of those you just walk
Yeah,
in.
you get in,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
shower. You got your little soaps and shit, and you get out.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some of them that do.
That's
Mine
crazy.
Yeah.
Let's throw that in
The
there.
truck I was in did not have
The
any of that.
reality,
We didn't.
right.
We had a TV, which was cool, but we had to reserve the fuel because the fuel was starting to freeze. Because the fuel will gel up in diesel trucks.
What?
Yeah, they have degellers you got to put in there and stuff. And then
Degeller?
yeah, yeah, it's like a fuel additive that makes sure that the fuel doesn't gel up, so you can keep the truck.
Like, does my car gel up with the
No.
I think cars are different because I don't think you have that problem.
I think you just
I've
have.
never heard of this.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was a
it's
thing.
diesel, so diesel's a little bit different. It's a lot higher of an octane.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah, but we went through hell. I was stuck on 35 for 3 days, literally
said
in the same lane, looking at the same people. we had to go to the bathroom on the highway because everything around there was closed down. So we had there were people that were literally building up little tents so females could go to the bathroom.
Oh my
It was a whole thing. Like it was a whole fucked up fucking week.
And y'all was
promise
just
you.
on the highway.
Stuck on the highway. Once we got out of the situation that we were in, we ended up on the highway for 3 more days. By the time we hit Dallas, was crazy because when we hit Dallas, there was no snow. I was stuck in where were we at?
Louisiana?
We were in Louisiana, but we were right off of.
Bossier, probably.
No, we were way past that. We were up towards.
Shreveport?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
on the other side of Shreveport. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the
remember
name.
town. It's a very small little town. But anyway, yeah, and it's right on 35. We're stuck.
I hope that like it
It's-
happens, but I hope that you're home this time.
Yeah, me too. I will be. I
Yeah,
promise you,
like
because
I
I
really
don't
want
do
you
over the
to
road
enjoy it. Like it was so nice. Like just being in the house and being cold, drinking hot chocolate, eating soup. I love it.
I mean, I promise this time around it'll be different because I'm
Yeah.
home. Like I don't go over the
Yeah.
road anymore. And I'm here, and I stocked up on firewood. We stocked up on some,
Yes, like
we're-
stuff like
I
that
bought
you
a
can really
generator.
enjoy
Like
it.
I was like, yeah, we're prepared this time.
You're gonna be prepared this time.
But
I
the
feel
thing
like
is,
so
it's
many
like it's
people
just so
will be.
weird that how the climate has literally changed, and there's still people debating that if it's a thing or not.
Meaning.
Well, because think about it, like there's still people out there that are like climate change isn't real. It's this government made up
Yeah,
hoax.
they're
It's all
crazy
this stuff.
shit.
But
that
you could
shit's real.
you
Like
could look outside and
and
see
see that it's real. Like things are
different.
changing.
Yeah,
And
shit
we
is
don't know what the
changing.
fuck.
Shit got
I heard that
real.
they were building a wall around the White House. Have you heard that?
They should. Lock all the politicians in it and we don't have to worry about
Somebody
it
said
anymore.
that they were like currently undergoing construction to build like a wall
For what?
around the. I don't know.
To protect who's in or to stop people to get
I
out?
don't know.
Oh.
Like we were talking about it at school today, and I was just like,
Build a wall around your house.
right? Like, where did y'all hear this from?
If
And
they're
I'm
building
Googling
walls,
it,
we're
but I
building
don't
them
see
too.
it.
God damn
Right.
it. We got more Mexicans than you do.
Shut up.
God damn
They
it.
they could hire more
Definitely
Mexican
got
than
more
us.
That's fair. That's fair.
California might have us beat on the Mexicans. Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. Texas.
Oh, I know,
damn
right?
it.
But the
This
Mexicans be going
Texas,
to
bro.
Cali.
Look, we got,
Home
we
of the
got-
Cholos. No offense.
Yeah.
They be going to
My
Cali.
partners is Mexican. I know
Right.
one of them know how to build a wall. God damn it.
Like in Washington, they
That's-
don't
How
have
do I
any
build
Mexicans.
a
Nobody's
wall,
building a
Papa?
wall.
Right.
What
They're
do I
having a
do?
hard time.
You need a brick and a mortar? I don't know how this works. Come show me.
I got that part down. The cement. We just gotta pat it down. Shit.
Shit, we gonna figure it out.
Yeah, but I don't know. That should be your next topic. Why are they building this wall? Because I heard that they was building.
I'm gonna
a
be
wall.
honest
I gotta
with you.
figure out.
Like, this
I
is
don't
the
know why.
first time I've heard this.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I'm gonna look
I
at.
don't know.
We'll
Yeah,
look
like
into
I
it.
don't know nothing about this.
I'll
I'm like,
look
why are
into
they
it. I
building
don't-
this wall?
Hell,
I don't really keep up with
I hope
politics.
they
So.
build a dome that has no door.
And don't just the end.
Like,
Once you
what's
end,
that-
you cannot.
Once you end, that's it.
What's that movie that Jim Carrey played in? Jerry's Life, some like that. It wasn't Jerry, but
Which one?
You talk about Jim Carrey's.
when he was in a dome and like they.
Yeah. What was that movie called? I was looking at that earlier.
Or they like broadcast his whole
Yeah,
life.
they
and
broadcast
shit.
his whole life from when he was a kid,
To-
and there were people that were trying to spoil it.
Right.
Like one dude popped out a present. It's all a lie. The government's real. And they just like drag him out. Like some random cameraman comes out of nowhere and drags this dude out the
What
house.
movie is
And the
this?
kid's
I
like,
wanna
"What
watch
am I
You've
doing?"
never seen it?
Truman's Show.
The Truman.
What?
Yes.
Yes, the
Oh,
Truman Show. You never seen the Truman
You've
Show?
never
It's a
seen
good
it?
movie.
You should watch it. It's a good movie.
Alright,
It's
watch it.
hilarious.
It's a good ass movie.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
see it.
It's 100% funny because like it's so relatable. Like you feel bad for the dude because like everybody in the world has been watching this guy since he was born, all the way through his teen years, through puberty, through like
And
I mean
it's
they
Jim
have known.
Carrey?
Yeah.
And it was Jim Carrey playing, and he would always say, "Good morning, good evening, and good night."
Right.
It's like in case I don't see you later, good morning, good evening, and good night. Right? But then like I don't want to spoil it, but like this whole thing happens, and it was a good movie. I would suggest it's an old movie. Now it's gonna have old movie qualities to it,
I don't
but
care.
it's good.
I want to see it.
It's
Yeah, I'll
good.
watch it.
Definitely.
You know, I'm such a movie person. I love movies. I'll definitely watch it.
Which favorite movie? What? Okay, better yet, instead
My
of favorite,
favorite movie?
what's the greatest movie ever made?
In our opinion, or like
In your
world?
opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, like in your
Okay,
opinion.
bet.
Like obviously everybody has a different.
I don't know.
But I got mine off
I
the.
have a favorite movie though.
Which
What?
guy?
What's Love Got to Do with It? That's
That
my
is-
favorite
that's a
movie
good
of
one.
all time.
It's
That's
good,
good.
but
I know it's a little old school,
Not-
but that's my favorite.
my favorite movie. It depends on what category, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Temptations.
Temptations.
I
You
love
like
the movie.
Temptations?
I had it on VHS. Yes, I had it on VHS. I had it on that
Yeah.
VHS, and my mom got so tired of hearing the movie, she broke it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That sounds
Yeah.
like my mom and like my sister used to play it was a CD.
I feel bad. I
all
don't even
the
want to say
time.
my movie now.
What?
I pulled out two of the greatest, blackest movies ever. I'm over here like, well, I have a movie in mind, but I don't want to say
What's
it.
What to
your
say it?
movie?
Godfather.
Oh, see,
Godfather's a
was
good
dope.
movie.
Yeah.
Godfather is one of the greatest movies ever made, in my
Yeah.
opinion. In my white ass opinion.
I mean, it's
It's
okay. That's just your choice of movie. That's what you like.
Okay. For me, I love gangster movies, but like
love
the
gangster
new ones are cool, but something about that old nostalgia, you know, Tommy Gunn, you
They
know,
don't make 'em like that.
family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not like that anymore.
Luca
these
Brasi, like you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like just those that whole thing. Just with me, it was like, yeah. I fucks with this.
Yeah.
They're not even white; they're Italian. They have nothing to do with us.
Right.
It's like still, I fuck with this.
They didn't
Waist
really
Deep was
look like
another one I
y'all.
like. Waist Deep was
Was
really
that a
good.
gangster movie though?
I wouldn't say it was a gangster
It
movie.
was more
but
of like a
good.
love story that
It was
kind of
like,
had.
it was like a love story
Thuggish.
/ give me back my kid /
Right.
I have
Yeah.
one eye and I'm the game.
And
It was
Megan
like
Good was fucking fine.
it was a good movie though.
Yeah, it was
You know
a
what I
good
mean?
movie.
It was the first time we ever got to see the game like act like other than a rapper. Like
Other
he
than
looked
the
like he was
rapper.
no,
He
like
was
he
like a really
he
good
acted
rapper,
like he
though.
was like in the in
Yeah.
the whole gangster world. I
Hmm.
fucked
Yeah.
with it. I fucked with it hard.
That's a good movie. If
It
I
was a
would
good
say,
movie.
I really would think that you would
They
say
hit
that
licks on
movie.
everybody. They
Yeah, they
fucking
did.
over everybody.
They
They
did.
like, I'm getting my son back.
Yeah, and they did. They got
They
the
did. They
kid
got
back
him
in
back.
there.
That
That
was-
was a
Spoiler
good movie. I know, right? For those that haven't seen it.
For those
Damn,
who
we
haven't
just
seen this
fought-
10-year-old movie,
Yeah, like
Spoiler
it's such
alert.
an old movie, but it's such a good movie.
I
You
thought
know
it
they
was
came
good.
out with a second one, I think.
Yeah, but nobody cared about
Right.
that.
Nobody watched that one.
Nah.
Because
Some
I mean, how do you come
movies-
out with a second one? Like, does his son get retaken again?
That's the thing. Like some movies don't need a second movie.
Right.
We
Not
didn't
a
need
lot
a.
of movies don't need a
Okay,
second.
perfect example. We didn't need a second Dumb and Dumber. The first
Yeah.
one was good. It was like, oh yeah, these guys are idiots. They have no idea what they're doing, and they're just coasting through life being retarded,
Right.
right? Pardon the R word, but yeah,
Right.
these guys were idiots, right?
Right.
So like, second time around, it was horrible. That movie was awful.
I didn't even
didn't
watch the
see
second
it.
one.
I
I watched the
You
first
didn't
one.
watch it because subconsciously you knew it was
It
gonna
was
be
gonna
a
be
bad
trash.
movie.
Yeah.
Never watched. I watched the first one. I skipped the second one, and I think there was a third one, right?
No,
That-
There was a third
I
one?
think so. They.
no.
Let me look it up.
Two.
I could have swore. I maybe had watched the second
There
one.
was
I
Dumb
just-
and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer. But there was
Dumb and
another
Dumberer.
knock. There was another. Yeah, that's what it was called. And there was
Yeah,
another
you're right.
movie.
You're right.
Dumb and
I
Dumberer.
think that. Oh no, that was Ace Ventura when he did like Ace Ventura as a kid.
Yeah.
There was that movie.
This
That
is
movie
insane.
sucked. That movie was awful.
The first one was pretty funny. It was one of
Really
those
other than-
movies that you couldn't take serious though.
So do you like action or do rom com?
I like action movies.
What's your
like-
favorite action
Let me
movie?
ask you a question. Hold on. Before we get to that, let me ask you a question. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Die Hard? Which one is Die Hard?
That's the one with Bruce Willis.
It's
Here.
not a Christmas movie.
See, this is why I can't stand Brittany.
It happened.
It's
It
not a
happened on
Christmas
in
movie.
like
It happened on Christmas
Christmas.
Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I mean, who thinks
literally
of it
a
like
Christmas movie.
I mean,
They
no
were
one
at a
thinks like, oh,
Christmas
it's a
party.
Yeah.
I have to see it again.
When the
I'll watch it
terrorists
again,
took
and then I'll
over.
be like, okay, maybe you're right. It's a Christmas movie.
I'll tell you what, DM me. Like
I'm
when
gonna-
you watch it,
I'm
let
gonna
me
watch
know
it again.
your,
I'm gonna
let
go
me know
watch
your
it
final
again.
thoughts.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and watch it today. I promise you. And I'm
It's like
like,
after
okay,
work,
well,
she's
maybe
like,
it was
they're
a-
like, hey, you want to hang out, Brittany? I can't. I gotta go watch Die Hard. This is
I gotta
sorry.
see it.
There's this whole thing.
It's
you don't
my
understand.
homework.
It was a podcast.
It's
There was a
my
guy who
homework.
was bald.
Yeah.
It was weird.
And he said that I have to watch it, so I told him I was gonna watch it today. I'm gonna watch it though and see
So-
if it's a Christmas movie.
All right. So what is like your favorite action movie?
Action. I don't know.
You said you're a movie person. You
I'm
gotta
doing
know.
now. I'm just like, when
We put
ask
you on
me,
the
I'm
spot.
like, yeah. I don't know. I really cannot think of it.
What's yours, Chris?
Favorite action movie?
Right.
Ooh, that's a tough 300.
300.
Yeah, it's such a
Fuck
guy
with it.
movie.
Yeah.
Bro, you
That
can't
was a
help
really
it.
good one.
With Gerard Butler,
Mm.
I like
was
all of
good.
the
that
Avengers.
movie gets your blood boiling.
Right.
If you're a man's man, you know what I mean? Like it's just like something about it. It's like you got war, there's
Yeah.
women, there's titties,
There's
more
definitely
war,
titties.
there's guys
And
getting
then
their head
there's
cut
sand
off.
because they're out in the fucking desert. Like
Bruh.
it's really cool.
Everybody has
You have
abs.
this really good- yeah, everyone's like totally.
That
in
movie,
shape.
dude, if you watch that movie, it makes you want to work out.
Yeah,
does.
Like,
Like I
everybody's
watched that
in shape.
movie and I'm
It's
immediately
well,
like, I need to
shit.
hit the gym.
It,
Fuck.
no
it makes
fat person
makes you
in
want to
this
do
movie.
sword training.
It makes
Yeah,
you, yeah.
like
Makes you want to get a buy a shield.
Right. Yeah.
You know
Hell
what I'm
yeah.
saying? We're going to war. Why? 'Cause I watched 300. I have to. I have no choice.
hearing everybody look good, their titties
That's
is
such a,
perfect.
that's such a good movie.
That is a good movie.
That is a really good movie.
She's like, I love the scene where he's about to leave, right? Like he's heading out with his 300. So like the 300 or 299, I guess, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like they're already walked off at a distance, and he turns around and he like looks at his wife, and she's like, "Come back with your shield or on it." And he doesn't say a fucking word. He just walks away. Cause like in his eyes, you could tell he wanted to say like so many things, cause he knew he wasn't coming home. He knew it.
So he did come home. He
No,
died.
no, he died. They all died. Spoiler
All
alert.
300?
All 300 of them
Oh my
died.
god.
You didn't watch 300?
You watch the movie?
I think I did, but I don't
hope
remember
you
it.
because it's a great.
Yeah.
The funny thing about 300 for me, I have like an inside joke with my sister about 300. So when we first went to go watch it, and she asked me, "Why is it called 300?" And I was like, "Oh, Chief Keef's in it." So
Could you imagine?
So, wait.
I told her he's in it, but there's a clip, and it's kind of like a hunt where you have to find him. and
my
you'll
God.
see him in the movie. And
She did not believe it.
I'm gonna get a recording of her that she said that. I
my
said it to her,
God.
bro, and
That's
she
fucked.
after the movie she was like, I didn't see Chief Keef, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that, and I was just like, damn.
He was in that one scene.
Oh, I forgot about the lie I told her to
He
do.
was in the back.
My
I was
bad.
like,
Crazy.
Damn.
You didn't see him? He said 300 like 4 times.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Hilarious, yeah.
And she was
That's
like
the
really
funniest
looking
shit.
for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's the funniest shit
Right.
ever.
Yeah, she was hilarious. Because I was like, why would you think that? Like, which she's not a movie person, so I kind of set her up.
You tricked her.
You did. You 100%
I did.
tricked her.
Yes.
Because I don't think she probably would have went if I told
Did you
her.
see the second one?
No,
There was a second one?
I didn't see
Yeah, it
the
was the
second
second
one.
300. It was great.
But everybody died.
I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah, don't,
No,
'cause
It
I'm
was
gonna have
the
to watch
after
it.
fact. It was not. It was
A
not
different
with-
wartime?
Yeah. It was like a different. It
Oh,
still had the Spartan.
300 Rise of the Empire.
Rise of the Empire.
Okay, yeah, I haven't
was
seen it.
Good too.
It was good.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm about to
it was
watch
like
it.
that,
So 2 movies.
what was it? Spartacus? I think.
What?
Spartacus?
And the first one?
I think that's who it followed, right? The second one.
I haven't seen it.
yeah,
It's all-
I don't remember if it was Spartacus.
Yeah,
or
I haven't
somebody
seen it.
that followed, and like he is like this bona fide badass fucking dude that's just going through fucking shit up.
What?
My favorite scene, like I'm not gonna give you too much, but my favorite scene is like there's this chick, she's the general, right? And I don't remember her name because I'm not historically accurate. But they end up meeting up because he's been fucking up everybody. He's been tearing her army apart, right? So they meet up and like they have this wild power grabbing sex scene where he's just ramming her. And
So wait,
she's just like,
he has
she's just
sex with
"I
the
can
enemy?
take it." And it's so weird. Like if you watch it, it's like the most awkward, weirdest. If that happened in real life, like let me put it like this: if it happened in real life, the guy would walk away like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
You
What
see
the
those
hell
scenes
is
when they're
this?
sitting in the car and they're like, damn, am I really that nasty?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Exactly. It's like, damn, I really have daddy issues.
Right.
Damn, I need therapy. Like, I need to take
Because
my
I
ass home.
definitely have daddy issues. And I be thinking like, damn, nasty girl.
I swear, bro. You gotta watch it though. Watch the Rise of the Empire.
gotta
Well,
watch
watch the first one again first, because like it follows like kind of pursuit off of the first one. Was more? No, you good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do. So anyway, so like it follows off of the first one in a sense, but then like the second one is like I don't know. It was good. I don't want to give away too much because I
Please
really
don't,
I've
because
seen it like 5 times.
I'm definitely gonna watch it.
You need to, bro.
I really
It's
want to.
good. It's
I'm gonna watch it today.
it's got action. It's got like everything the
I'm
first
not
one
going
had.
to work. I'm
There's ships.
You supposed to go to work today?
Look at your face. Yeah, it's 7. But I probably won't. It's a cold day.
Just tell me if COVID.
I think
They-
I will.
they gonna ask for proof, so I've tried it. I've tried it.
Because they be like, oh, well, you need to have a COVID test. And they get to tripping. Like, they want you to have a COVID test and they will not let you come back without it.
Do you work like at a building or home?
See, that's the thing. I work at a building, and it's like 38 degrees inside. So with it being cold today,
You work at jail?
right? I feel like I do at HelloFresh. You heard of HelloFresh, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, they make like food and like they deliver, like we deliver full meals and they like teach you how to cook them and stuff or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen
Yeah.
the ad for that.
Y'all
Yeah,
should
I've
shop
seen it.
there.
I've
They
seen
the
the
food
ad.
they make, like the food that we
It's
sit down is
unseasoned.
fucking amazing.
It's
like,
unseasoned.
It's I mean, it has season in it.
Yeah, it's
You can just
unseasoned.
add your own seasoning.
Like you have to
though.
add your own season, yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
exactly.
like super cold.
Could you imagine getting a salad and you're throwing slap your mama on it?
Because it's just not good
Hey, go
enough.
trick me, bitch. I know
Yeah,
white people
it's
can't
just not good
season
enough.
shit.
That's crazy. You think I should go to work today?
It's your choice.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean,
telling
yeah,
nobody what they should do.
Right.
I'm not gonna go. It's cold, and I don't do too well with the cold. Look at my nose is running now. Like I'm not going anywhere.
They're gonna watch this podcast and be like, "What?"
This bitch was at the
This
podcast.
bitch was at a podcast. You're fired.
Fine when she was at the podcast. Like, what's going on? So,
Right.
I don't know because I'm new and like they all be looking for me to come. Maybe I should go.
I have a question. From a female's perspective, I have a question. What do you get out of exposing a dude? Because remember, Ava Lewis just exposed Antonio Brown. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Antonio
and-
Brown, the
yeah.
football player.
I just wanted to switch topics real quick. So yeah,
Is
like
that
the,
his
the
game?
football player.
No.
No, I wouldn't have like that.
No.
Like basically
She
like
exposed
that.
his size.
his size and like
He's
that
not big?
he only lasted 30 seconds.
30
and she said,
seconds?
like, first of all, that's an achievement for some of us.
First
Right.
of all, no.
I'm gonna need you to calm down and stop
No.
having such high expectations from
I
some
only
of
have
us.
high
Goddamn it!
expectations because I've been delivered some of the best sex ever. So it's
It's like I've taken the best.
Yeah,
I've been
there,
delivered.
done that. 30 seconds. Like, you cannot stay here.
I
Like,
need
I hope
that.
you
I
bring
need that
your-
3 hours.
What in a
So
situation?
this is what she said
Yeah.
because I saved it so that I could. I didn't want to get her wrong. So there was this whole thing where he wanted to film them having sex on his phone, right? And that he wanted to put it out there. And then she said I looked at him and I was like, "Are you being serious right now?" And he was. And she said again, "I'm like, you're Antonio Brown. Why would you want a scandal?" But here's my point. I get that. That's her
mentally-
being responsible. Like,
Right.
what are you doing, dude? Like, you must be losing your shit.
But it's
because this is
Antonio
a scandal.
Brown though.
Right, but here's my point. After he walked off the field from the Buccaneers, right? After this, then she comes out now that there's clout. And it's like, oh, I'm going to expose him. Well, what was the point of that if you didn't want him to film y'all having sex?
So she let him
and then-
film it.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she didn't let him film it. But then she comes out and exposes him for, like, you know, him only lasted 30 seconds or, you know, I don't know what she said about his junk size. I don't know about that.
What she say? She
I
said
don't
it's
know.
small.
I have no clue. I just know about the situation.
Yeah. But I'm like, but what's the point of bringing it out?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Did she say who she was? Like, did she announce?
Yeah,
her-
she's like an Instagram model.
But like, did she like? Oh, I'm this.
No,
person."
it was a smash and dash.
No, I'm saying like, did she?
A smash and
Did she? When she released the information, did she said like, I'm the one that released it? Like, gave her Instagram
Yeah.
tag. Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Maybe she did it for clout.
That's what
She
I think it was too.
definitely
But here's
did.
my point, though. You didn't want him. Okay, I'm trying to reiterate this, right? Like, you didn't want him to make a sex tape, right?
Right.
And then release it because how much money would that have made? A lot.
True.
So much money.
I would have made a lot of money. It's
Right.
Antonio Brown. I would have watched it. I ain't even
Yeah,
gay.
like I would have watched it.
I
I'm
don't
gay,
want to see
I
this
would've
shit, bitch.
watched
Let me see this. Let me see this shit.
I mean, like all this whole talk about Soulja Boy's
Huh?
I seen that.
What about what?
What?
Soulja Boy.
He has
How
a
the
penis?
internet?
No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Wait. So when did this happen?
What?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. When did this happen?
This has been going on like all last week. So supposedly
see.
Soulja Boy and Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, man,
See,
is
I've-
so big. Like they made him change his outfit.
I've heard
the
I've
show.
heard of that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of that
Like
one. Right?
his pants were too tight, and like I mean, manhood down to his knees.
Soulja
See.
Boy?
No, oh God, Soulja Boy, that's a different story. Soulja Boy got, yeah, I got pictures.
I don't.
I screenshotted it.
I don't want pictures.
It's
I'm good.
big.
That's
really
your
big.
avenue?
Yeah, it's my.
That's your avenue.
Yeah,
Right.
I was
Not,
shocked.
not my thing.
But I was really shocked because I never ever would have thought that Soulja Boy had.
So congratulations to Nick Cannon and Soulja Boy
Right.
for coming out and having some meat.
yeah.
Good job, guys. Thank your
It was
dads.
so shocking. I was like, dang. But when I seen Nick Cannon wearing that outfit and like see
I saw the
full
Idris
print-
Elba one.
Idris Elba had one?
Yeah, so Idris Elba.
Oh.
Well, hold on. So Idris Elba, there was this thing that went on Instagram, right, of him and like he had this bulge like right here,
Oh,
you know,
okay,
and
okay.
he gained like I don't know a lot of fucking followers
But it's
because
Idris.
females wanted to see this picture, right? But then he came out and he was like, well, I appreciate all the follows and you know all that, but this was a battery pack for my mic. It wasn't all him.
What?
I was like, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, stop lying, bro.
Right.
And watch all the people.
Stop
unfollow.
lying. We know.
Unfollow.
The game did one back in the day.
I
Remember
see,
when
yeah,
the game did that?
yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
he did that shit for the ladies on the gram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen
everybody, because I mean, it's a big deal. Like, we just really want to know what's going on. But I was, like I said, I was shocked with Soulja Boy.
I'm shocked.
What
with you.
about what's his name?
You have a crush on Soulja Boy now? Is that what you're trying to say?
He do weird.
what?
He does meth. You know, Soulja Boy's, like, out there really bad.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, like, he's like a meth addict, like, real life.
I don't even know if that's true. Is that true?
I have no
Have
clue.
you seen
I've
Soulja
never
Boy
heard.
lately?
He looks fucked up.
He looks
well,
fucked
but-
up. Like,
but-
then he
but-
does meth,
but
a
crack,
lot of
like,
people-
every
I
day.
wouldn't immediately jump to drugs.
A lot of people look
Nah,
fucked
it's
up
drugs.
though.
Okay, but what if he's not sleeping well? Like, you know.
He's probably not
What if
sleeping
he-
at all with all the drugs that he's doing. Like, he don't look like he getting no sleep.
That's fucked up.
Soulja Boy look like
I'm
Walking
not.
Dead.
I'm not gonna say that. I don't.
Right.
I don't say anything that's not public knowledge.
All right.
Oh, this is public knowledge.
Well, if the public knows, I don't know about it.
Yes.
Therefore, I ain't speaking.
This was on this he's on this show with his girlfriend or baby mama, and he comes out and said he's an addict. He is a recovering addict, and Percocets is his choice of drug, and like Soulja Boy is
He's
like
a recovering addict.
Or,
recovering addict. Quote
Well, I
unquote.
guess he recovered his addict.
Ta ha ha.
but does that still make him an addict? Well, no, it
I
doesn't.
believe it would.
What's an addict? Always an addict.
That's the same.
Coming from an addict, right?
What
That's
are you
the
an
same.
addict of though? Weed?
Sure. sure.
It's just like it's not.
Let's leave it at that.
100% not.
Definitely leave it at that.
I was told by my lawyers not to answer any questions on any following podcast.
Exactly. You guys get too serious, too personal. But
Right.
seriously, that's what they say. Once an addict, always an addict.
Yeah, that's true. Did you
Yeah.
do the whole step program? You don't have to tell me what it was.
No,
You didn't go
I'm
through
not.
the steps?
I haven't done it. I've been thinking about like going to
Like the Serenity Prayer and all that. I know all that because I grew up around addicts, and
Yeah.
I've been to AA meetings and all that
I
stuff.
ain't do the whole AA meeting thing. I've tried to help myself, but there's actually this really nice rehab program in Mansfield. I've been looking at. Have you seen it? They have commercials in it.
No, I'm not an addict. I don't go.
They have commercials, but I seen the commercials.
Let me
like, oh my god,
go
this
look
looks
up
like a really
rehab programs. Like
yeah, because
absolutely
I mean,
no
you really
reason.
want to go to a good one. You don't want to just go to any old rehab program. That's what I heard.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, I get it.
yeah, so
I
wanna
think
go
that
somewhere
if
where
you're
they got food
struggling
and
with
shit.
something that's literally taking a hold of your life, then you should definitely get some kind of help.
Right,
Like I'm not one to shy away. Like I understand addiction.
right.
I'm not addicted to anything,
Right.
and never really have been. But
Shit,
that
I'm-
doesn't mean that there's not others that
I'm
aren't. So I'm
addicted
not
to
I'm not like
something, so.
oblivious to it.
Right.
I feel like we're all addicted to something.
something.
Oh, 100%. Like caffeine,
Something, yeah.
nicotine,
Money.
money,
Yes.
women, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Tits.
That's when.
well, women like the same thing.
I like titties, right?
So are you a tit woman or ass?
I'm an ass woman because I have titties. So I like
That's fair.
women who got
They just
something
push
I
them
don't
together
have.
and make one woman.
Yeah, like
They
I
just
wanna,
they go in the room and they just mold together. They do the
Whatever.
Goku dance,
the Goku, the
the
scissors.
fusion dance, and just become one woman with tits and ass. They got it both.
You know, this year I want some pussy. Can I say that on here?
No,
Nope.
but I'll edit it.
Yeah. we would definitely have to edit that
Yeah, we
out.
definitely have to edit that out.
Okay.
This whole conversation would have it like right here.
Yeah, I think
Get
this
cut.
Is, this is an at the table
Okay.
talk. This is not something that we're yeah, we're
It's not gonna
probably
go on
not put
there.
that- Most likely not.
We can
But I
cuss.
do.
We can cuss, but we can't like say like
Yeah, we can't be vulgar.
all that
Because
stuff.
Wow.
we get flagged for that stuff and they'll take it down.
Can we find some?
Can we what?
Find me some.
Find some what? You could say it because it's gonna get
So-
cut out anyway. All of this is getting
Here's the thing.
cut.
So all you need to do to get is have game.
Mm.
And if you have that, okay, then you
We
good.
should get a
But I get
Patreon
so
and this.
nervous. Like I'm so scary. Like I've changed so much. You know, Jasmine like really took away my confidence. So like I'm just not as confident as I used to be for
I don't think that has to do with anybody. I think that's just being old.
old.
Yeah, you're getting to the point where you're old. You're
I'm
like
32.
me. Well,
That's
I'm
not old.
36.
Yeah.
I'm turning 26.
I think the older I get, the more I realize how lucky I am to have a wife and be able to, to do
Yeah.
the whole family thing.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like, when I was young, it was cool. I was chasing women, like I ain't
Yeah.
really worried about money. Like no one cared. I was in my 20s.
Yeah,
I'm like,
worried
"Psh,
about
whatever.
money."
What's $50 to me? And then I'm like broke for the next 4 weeks. But like, you know what I mean? Like I was cool with that. But I'm lucky because I got to the point now where like I have a wife and then we have kids and I have one on the way, and it's like I get to enjoy all the little things that I completely missed out on when I was running around chasing things. I think that's why marriage is important.
Yeah.
But the thing is if like, here's what I tell everybody: if you are a hoe and you know you're a hoe, right? Like you know that this is what you want for the rest of your life, then go enjoy it.
Right, but live in that
Go
shit.
do that.
Yeah.
Do not get married and
No.
think that you can still be a hoe.
No, yeah.
You can't, because once you get married, you now have affairs. You no longer cheat.
Yeah.
Because see, what the difference between being single and being married is when you're married, when you have an affair and like you're like say like your wife, husband, or whatever significant other finds out, then now it becomes a big deal amongst everybody. The
Right.
kids are affected. The
Yeah.
finances are affected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much that goes to it. When you're single and you're just fucking around and like you have a girl and then they find out the worst case scenarios, you never hear from them again.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing affected because there's nothing tying you together. That's the
true.
difference. And I think that it's a big and it's very important to understand. Like if you know that this is what you want to be, you want to be with multiple partners, then go do that and have fun with it.
Right.
This is America, bitch. If you can't be a hoe here, where the fuck can you be a hoe at? You can't do it in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, you can do it
You know
in.
what I'm saying? So like, go enjoy that
There's
shit.
there's
Brazil.
countries that's is legal.
Brazil,
For-
you can do that shit.
Yeah,
Brazil, like, it's
We're living
nothing.
in one. It's legal to be a hoe here.
But the HIV
Oh,
rate
okay,
in
okay,
Brazil
yeah.
is so damn high. It's
you're right.
insane.
But there's countries where you can't. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Like that's what
It's probably like not frowned upon, but like, well, no, you're
no.
right.
Frowned
Like think
upon.
about
Yeah, you're right.
think about like Saudi Arabia, right?
You're right.
You can cheat on your husband if you want to,
Right.
But when they bury you up in the up to your neck
They
in
slice
sand
your
and,
throat.
and fucking stone the shit out of you,
Yeah,
you had
hang
it
you
coming.
from chocolate.
That's how
It's
they
like,
live.
you'll never-
Yeah, exactly. Doing some crazy
You'll
shit.
never wanna.
Like, yeah.
You have like.
But
pigs
here,
to
here a
live.
woman can be whatever she wants to be.
Right.
That's why I love America more than any other place. You know, I haven't lived in a lot of other places.
Right. Like,
But I'm
just
saying,
living on the
like,
beach.
our founding fathers knew what they were doing. They had an idea and they ran with it. We're
Yeah.
allowed to be what we want to be here. I don't agree with oppression in any way, shape, or form, whether it be religious, sexual, whatever.
Right.
That's why I love everybody. I
Right.
think that everybody should have an equal playing field.
Right.
Understanding that, you have to understand that equal playing field comes with equal consequences.
Right.
Right? So you could be a hoe all you want. No one's stopping you from starting your OnlyFans. No one's telling you can't go out there and do whatever you want to do. Go be the porn star you always wanted to be. But remember that you're going to be a grandma one day. And
Right.
your kids are going to know about it. And your
Right.
great-grandkids are going to Google you.
That Granny was a hoe. Granny was
And they're going to
probably
find out that Granny was spreading something thick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Like,
just
they-
the legs.
now they know Granddaddy hung like a donkey.
Right.
Shit,
That's
dude.
why there's so many of us.
That's why we're 14 in the household.
right.
But see, that's the thing. Like, yeah, you understand it. Yeah, you have freedom, but you have to understand the consequences behind that freedom. If you don't, then you're arrogant, in my opinion.
Right. I'm with you on that. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So that's the difference that I think between like just know who you are. That's the first thing I always tell everybody. You got to know what you want and know who you are. And when you figure that out, life falls into place.
Right.
And then you'll get the life you've always wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've dated a lot of people who didn't quite know who they were.
Exactly.
And then when you don't know who you are, it's always going to cause problems. Like,
Yeah.
you have to be content with who you are and be truthful to yourself of who you are.
Right.
Because a lot of people are in a closet. You know what I'm saying? And with me being a bisexual black woman, I'm
Yeah.
fine with that.
Right.
But meeting other bisexual black men, they don't say that.
Because it's the only reason I say this is it's frowned upon as men to be bisexual, but if a woman's bisexual, oh hell yeah, that's dope as shit. So it's like I get how like a man would be like, I don't know, I need to, even though socially it's more like people say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, this is okay now.
I think that we've gotten to a point where I believe that we've gotten to a point where it's okay to be who you are.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
This is not the 40s and 50s where you're going to get stoned to death for
Right.
dating a
No
black
one
woman
really
or,
cares.
But a
or,
lot of
like,
people,
dating a guy.
a lot of people's families, like a lot of Christian, let's say a black Christian, his dad's a pastor, mom is all in the church,
I
and
get that.
he's bi.
Yeah.
He can't, you know what I'm saying? His family won't
His daddy
approve him.
probably sucking too. Bro, you know, come on, bro.
I mean,
This is the thing.
that's
This
the
is the thing.
truth, though.
This is
A
the
lot of
thing.
people just
Look, if you want to go,
mispronounce
okay,
words,
look, if you
man.
want to go
Like,
to Christianity, right? Then let's live by the law. Let
Right.
he who was without sin cast the first stone. I dare one of you to throw one.
Right.
Right.
Ain't nobody out here living a perfectly sin-free life.
True.
In
There
their
is
eyes,
nobody.
right?
True.
Because obviously I'm not Christian. So like, let's just be fair,
True.
right? That's why we founded this country on the basis that all religions, not just the favorite one, but
Right.
all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We have equal and like it's a
can believe in
a
what-
fair playing
Right.
field amongst all of us.
Believe in
Right.
whatever you want.
Believe in what you
Right.
want to, whether
Right.
it be atheist or you're Buddhist or you're Christian or
You're
you're
Baptist.
pagan, you're Baptist
Yeah.
or you're Jewish, whatever. It doesn't matter, right?
Be you.
That's
Right.
why this country is so great because
Right.
everything that we're going through socially, this is all just evolution happening. We'll eventually get to the point where no one gives a damn about any of this stuff that's such a hot topic now.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we're gonna get to a point where none of this matters.
Right.
Yeah. And it's like no one's gonna.
No
care
one's gonna
that
care
suck a dick
if you're
in the
bi,
background.
you're straight, you're gay, you're lesbian, you're trans, you're whatever.
No,
one's
one's
gonna
gonna
give a shit.
care. After
No one's
a
gonna
while,
care.
like no one. People kind of don't care. I feel like people only care when.
It's affecting them.
No, I
No?
feel
No.
like people only care when the person isn't true with themselves. Like it bothers
Yeah.
me because, like, I'm out and about, bisexual and happy about it, proud of who I am. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But to date someone that I know sucks dick and he don't come out and say he sucks dick, that bothers me.
But what if he's
Because-
not ready though?
Would you tell?
But
would
then
you-
don't
would-
do it.
would
If
you
you're
say
not
his
ready,
name
don't
right
do
now?
it.
Would you say his name right now?
Mm,
Am I on air? No.
yes. Yeah.
You're 100. Yeah, you're
His
100%.
name is.
Don't do it.
Nah,
Yeah, don't
I
do
would
it.
never.
Look,
I put it
I
to
would
you like
never.
this. Everybody-
Yeah. I would never out
everything-
nobody.
Everything that's in the dark comes to light.
Right.
Yeah.
Some point.
At one point, at some point, everything that you do is going to come back on you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's fair. I mean, not fair. I think it's best to live like everyone's watching you. Because the thing is if you do that and you just live life like everybody is watching you at all times, then you're not going to slip up on who you really are.
Right. Right.
It's hard to hold a persona for a very long time.
Some people could do
Some
that.
people
though.
can.
Right.
Yeah,
That is
some
true.
people can.
Some people can, but I'm
For
not saying that it's
years.
easy.
Right.
I'm
It's
saying
not
it's
easy. Things like that have to be exhausting.
It's
Like because
gotta
you're,
be.
You're not true to yourself. It's like
Yeah.
you're put on the front every single day. Like that has to be exhausting.
Yeah.
It does.
So it's just
I would
like-
agree with you.
Yeah.
100%. If I had to live my life like based on the fact that I'm just trying to be somebody I'm not, I would be more exhausted now than I would if I would have just lived life like me.
Exactly.
I put it to you like this: like, why try to pretend to be something you're not? If you're gay, be gay. If you're straight, be straight. If you're bi, be bi.
If you
you're
only
not,
like such
don't
things
do it.
sometimes, then only such things sometimes. Like no one cares.
Just a little
though.
dick. Just
yeah,
not,
just a little
you know,
dick.
a week, you're
cares?
fine.
Dick a week
you're
keeps the
good.
stress away. That's what I say. Another day keeps the stress away. Like seriously, and it's like people need to really like involve themselves in this. Like another day, like go a week every day and get a nut and see how good you feel at the end of the week.
I agree.
Another day keeps the stress away. You agree, right?
Yeah.
It's healthy for you. It
Yeah.
actually is healthy for you. So
Yeah.
it's like, damn, just being in
If
the
I had
now.
any inclement, like I'll put it to you like this, because this is how shame free I am, right? Like if I had any inclement that I like, I would just tell people I might like.
Do you think you might like that? Like,
No.
would you ever
Some
do
might
like
think.
an MMF?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Male,
Wait,
male,
what?
female.
Male, male, female. Oh, so like if like two males are in the room banging my wife, no, I would not be okay with that.
Wait.
I
No,
think,
No, I'm
no.
confused.
Male, male.
I'm
Wait.
I'm just kidding.
It's
No,
like-
like if okay, like if I like
What is it? Because I'm confused.
that's
MMF,
where
male, female.
male and a male
And
a tag
female.
team and a female.
But or the males and
Like,
the males can be
that's
tag
fine.
teaming
Oh,
themselves.
okay,
And
so-
then like
okay.
there's a
Yeah.
girl at the top.
Oh,
or,
okay.
You know,
So
I'm into shit like that.
There's no rule to who's doing who, basically.
No, I want
Damn.
all hoes
There ain't no rule?
left untouched.
No
Yeah.
sword crossing, no.
All swords crossing.
All that.
I want it
Good.
all.
I'm more of like I like to enjoy my meal by myself type of guy.
I want to share
Right.
my food with somebody
I'm not a big
Like,
sharer.
I'm a sharer.
I,
Good.
I'm
But if that's your life, cool.
yeah.
Like,
I just
all by all
like,
means.
I want to
Live it
just
up.
one day meet a
That
guy
room
that I
gonna
can be
smell
able to.
funky.
What'd you
Woo!
say?
That room gonna smell like butthole and all over the place.
All day.
Sword
Like,
crossing.
I want a
Oh,
guy
man.
that I can have sex with other guys with him. Like, I feel like that would be
Good luck.
so
There's some guys out there.
desirable.
There's some dudes out there.
Yeah, but there's
Hard.
so many.
So
dudes
I have a
out there,
question
they're
though,
not
like, and I don't know if this plays a factor, but I always wanted to know, like, with you being in the LGBTQ community, do you face more discrimination being an LGBTQ or being a black female?
being a black female.
100%.
Yeah,
Okay.
because when
I was
people
wondering.
find out that I'm bisexual, they're actually more like, oh, you know.
So they're
willing
more
to talk.
accepting.
They're more accepting of my choice, of my sexual preference,
Right.
than of something that I can't change by my skin tone.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, you
It's so
can't
crazy.
change your sex. Well, I don't know.
I don't
You
know how
can,
that
you can change
Yeah,
your
that's what
sexual
I'm saying.
preference.
Can you?
Yeah, I mean, after a while, over time,
You can have some Fred.
No, I'm not.
it's
It's
not
okay.
about
No,
money.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, if you, let's just say, if you grew up liking the opposite sex, can you one day just be like, nope, other sex?
That's fair. That's fair question.
Well,
See what I'm
like
saying?
growing
Can you
up,
change it?
I kissed a girl at 7. Like I've always been. I ate pussy at 10. Like I've always
that
been.
word?
Yeah, we can't. Actually,
Sorry.
we actually can't say both of them.
Yeah.
So we might. This conversation
What?
might not get out.
Oh my God, let me fix it, 'cause I want this to go on there. Like,
We'll
but
edit
seriously,
something over every time we say probably.
Performed fellatio.
Right.
perform fellatio at 10.
Okay.
So it's like now I prefer I prefer penetration over anything. Like I don't even like head. It's just not my thing.
That's weird.
Very.
A lot of girls like, hey, I need that head.
I'd rather,
A lot
I'd
of guys
rather
are like,
give
I need
head,
to head.
but
I'm one of them.
What that neck do though?
Right.
yeah, like I'd rather give head than get it.
That's oh, so you're a giver, not
I'm
a
a
taker.
giver.
I'm
not a giver.
High five to
Yeah,
you.
like
I
hands,
like this
like
is why I
hands.
love Brittany. She's so honest. Like you don't
I'm a
understand. I've
giver.
known her for a very long time, and there's one
Look
thing
over
I can
10
always say about Brittany: she never lies.
Yeah, I'm not
She
lying.
will never lie to you. She will tell you the truth, even if it hurts your feelings to the core of your whole existence.
But I just want you to feel.
But she just wants you to know. She
that
wants
I'm
you to
not
know
gonna
you
lie
ain't
to
shit.
you. Like I'm
Like-
just not gonna, because you don't want to spur people's feelings, because
That's
nobody
fair.
spurred mine.
That's fair. You've known me for a long time. I don't.
Yeah,
I
it's
will tell
like,
you exactly how I feel about
you can't do that.
and I would do it to your face and to your mama's face.
Yes.
But the thing is like I try to be, especially as my older age comes on, I try to be a little bit more cordial about it.
Mindful.
Be like, look, I know you ain't shit, but here's the thing. Like, I need you to know I think you ain't shit.
Yeah, like,
I think
but I
you're
need you to know
trash.
why I feel like you're trash. Like
And this
now,
is the-
like,
yeah, and
I
this
give
is the
you
list why.
examples. Yeah, like
Let me give you
because
some
remember
examples.
last Tuesday at
Right.
3:34 p.m. you said that. Like,
Damn, she got time.
like, you said
She
that
got
you didn't like what I do,
timestamps?
but you came over here with the gram. Like I don't understand. Like you said that I had to let my choice go, but
So to stay on the same topic though, like what is the worst criticism you faced as far as being a black woman in America? Like what's the worst thing you faced?
That's like, oh, never mind.
I've been criticized by a lot of my own people.
Yeah, I was just.
Because I'm not because I'm proper or I'm skinny or, you know, like.
So you don't fit the narrative of what
Of a
people
black
think
woman.
a black woman should
Yeah.
be, which is thick and sassy. So
Yeah.
since you don't fit that narrative, you face like some kind of backlash or whatever.
From my own people. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Only a few dudes will tell you, oh, I like skinny girls. Or not a lot of people like skinny girls. Or a lot of people do, but then.
Well,
and
according to
so-
Kevin Samuels, if you like thick women, you're broke.
Yeah, like, but
I
it's
never heard
crazy.
him
Yeah,
say
he said the only reason that you like thick women is because you're broke.
Well, so that means what is
Because considered in high class society, I guess more women are considered skinny
Slim?
and less curvy.
Yeah.
I never heard. I'm not.
Granted, I don't have the kind of bank account he has, and I don't go to
Right.
the parties he does, so I
Right.
can't tell you what I.
We're not in the same.
We're not in the same
Same.
club,
Everybody
so
likes
We ain't at the
skinny
same
girls.
parties.
yeah, we're not, yeah.
Like
so I
millionaires,
don't
like I'm
know.
dating a millionaire now. He's like 57, but I really like him. And it's like to know that, you know, Like Jim only likes black girls. He only dates black girls.
Let's not say his name. I'm gonna edit it. But yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Take it
it's
out.
specifically it's specifically to save face. I don't want him I don't want anyone like googling him, and so on and so forth. So
Who's that?
that's my sister. Don't worry about that. So like I don't want since I don't want him being looked
This
up.
is
and
really
shit.
dope.
Yeah, it's my Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's really dope.
But yeah, and it's just like dating someone that's like a millionaire versus dating some like you know what I'm saying. It's crazy because now that I'm dating someone that's a millionaire versus all the drug dealers that I've dated, there isn't actually much of a difference, believe it or not. Like I know, right? And it's in his eyes.
Explain. Yeah, I
It's
want to
explain,
hear.
like-
I'd love to hear how there's
yeah,
not a difference
like-
between drug dealers and a millionaire. I wanna hear.
It really isn't like because a lot of drug dealers that I've dated are like drug dealers that their mind is on some other shit. Like they have multiple sources of income, like different things, very creativity, like very creative person. Like you know what I'm saying. Selling drugs is just something that they was born into, but
That's fair.
it's not. You know what I'm
You
saying.
can be born into selling drugs.
Yeah. Like if your uncle sell drugs and he's like, I need you to take over the
You have a
family business.
choice.
I'm going down for 10 years.
Either you gonna be the buyer or you gonna be the seller. Like real talk,
It's
like,
American
it's serious.
gangster type shit.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of them men
I thought it
that
was just a kind of choice. Like, wake up one day and like, I'm gonna sell some drugs.
First of all, I don't. Okay, so here's the thing. This is what I know. This is what I know about the whole dope boy shit, right? It's not something you want to do. It's what you have to do to get out of
Yeah.
a certain situation you're in.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is like when you're young and broke and like rent's due and mom's struggling and dad's not there and like you have this whole fucked up, I call her back. This whole like, fucked up situation going on. You don't have any other choice but to get to a point where you're like, all right, enough's enough. What do I have to do?
like
What do
options
I
is
need
for
to
me?
do? What options
Yeah.
are here?
Yeah,
This dude, his car's sitting on 22s. He's got money in his pocket.
he's like
everything
he'll
look
front
good.
me a zone.
He might, yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But like when you have, you got to get to a point to do that.
Right.
It's not something you grow up. They're like people that want to do shit like that usually grow up in places like where I live now.
Right. That's
You see what I'm
people
saying?
that
Like the people
want
in the
to
suburbs
do
that like
stuff
had
like
everything that they want to do.
Right.
I want to sell drugs. I want to do X, Y, Z
Right.
for
But then
this
you
money.
have like
But your mom has money. Your
Right.
dad's right there.
Right.
Like, you see what I'm saying?
It's not
People
the
who
same.
don't want to do it are the ones that are crucified. But
To
then at
do
the
it.
same time,
They
they're
have
stuck
to.
in this loop they can't get out of.
exactly.
I know because I've been there.
Right.
I've been in that loop. I know what that's like. You see what I'm saying?
It's
Yeah,
not
I
a
feel-
good
yeah.
loop to
Yeah.
be
So it's
in,
like
but
a whole-
like you're stuck.
I think there, but at the same time, to be fair, I don't think that's the best way to go about things.
No.
I think outreach programs, like you need to get out and just start, learning about your area where you're at. Talk to whatever churches around that area, see if you can get a bill paid. There's other ways to go about it other than just immediately jumping to, well, rent's due, gotta pay drugs. Gotta go sell some drugs and pay
Yeah.
this rent.
There's so
Right.
many other
There's
options. Like
other
it's the last
options.
options left.
You see what I'm saying? But it's not. See, this is the problem with American people now. I think with society as a whole, they look at criminals and they think, oh, well, he could have did this or he could have did this, but you weren't in his situation.
Right.
You wasn't there.
Right.
Right.
Bitch, you was at home. You wasn't even there.
You don't
know what I'm
even
saying?
understand
You
why
don't
he
know
did
what
what
he
the
had to
fuck
go
he did.
through. You don't know his lifestyle. His home life or whatever. Right? So it's easy to say, oh, I could have did this or I would have did this or I wouldn't have chose a life of crime. I promise you, I've been broke.
Right.
I've been broke. I've been broke to the point where there ain't no hope.
Right. Right.
When everything is due, it's the first of the month. Food stamps is late, and you sitting here trying to figure out how the hell you finna eat.
Right.
I've been that broke.
Right.
And I can tell you right now that there's not a person that I can think of off the top of my head where crime doesn't come to the top of your mind.
Right.
When the first thing you don't think is, man, look, I don't get paid till the 15th, but everything is due now. I ain't got no money. All this shit done happened. What do I need to do? Shit, who around here balling? I got a pistol under my bed. What do I need to do?
See, like stuff
You
like that, I
start
don't
thinking
respect.
different.
Yeah.
When you in a situation where you feel like there's no hope, you don't give a damn about jail. Jail
Right.
ain't even on your mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
some
like
jail
that's
time.
the
I'll do
best
10.
scenario. Shit.
Right.
This the
Some
best case
people-
there.
in
Yeah,
some
because then
people's
you
scenario,
you
don't
start
know.
thinking like, well, shit, I get what 3 hots and a cot,
3
hell,
meals, you know what I'm
Three
saying?
meals.
Blankets and
The
shit.
blankets
like you have
and,
everything
you know what I'm
that you
saying?
don't that you
Yeah,
you don't know.
I've been
people's
there. The only
situation.
difference
Yeah.
is I used my network to get out of.
I can pause this and you can answer.
No, it's okay. No, I'm gonna just shoot her a text real quick. But I used what I had around me to get out of the situation I was in. I was lucky. I've been very lucky and very fortunate, but not a lot of people are.
Right.
So,
Right.
so being that, I don't look at crime in the same sense everybody else does, where they look
Right.
at it as, oh, well, he should have did this and that. I don't ever say I should have, I would have, none of that.
Right.
Right.
You'll never hear me say.
Because you never know what
You don't know
what
what
people was
somebody's going
facing, right? Like you can't judge. No, I don't judge nobody. Like when people like, oh, but he does this, but you don't know why he, you know, what I'm saying, did this or what led to him spending 8 years in prison. Like I had a guy that I was with. He did like 8 years in jail for like attempted murder, and
Damn, you
it's
get
like
8 years. You get 8 years for attempted murder. Goddamn.
yeah, he did like it that time.
That
But
damn.
like, but it's just like, I mean, you never know what was going on, what
You
he was
don't.
facing. Like, this man could have lost his life, and it's like I'd rather that you shot somebody in the neck than it had been you shot and killed. He didn't kill him, but you know, it's the good part about it.
Well, that's good. I mean, at least he didn't get to the point where, like, you know, it
Yeah.
happened. Because I met, this is the crazy part. I had to take a bus, a Greyhound bus, back from Minneapolis, Minnesota, back down to Texas. I had no money. I had literally not a dollar to my name, not a 50 cents for a phone call, nothing. I had nothing, right? And I sat next to this guy who was a convicted murderer in an old crib. Rolling 60.
Rolling 60.
Old Rolling 60s. Talking about, you know, all his days of gang banging and all this crazy shit. And I'm sitting next to this dude thinking in the back of my head, like, dude, this dude.
Oh, snap.
But yeah, like, what if he snaps? What if he, you know, gets to the point where he's just like, man, fuck this bus ride. And
Hell
like,
yeah.
mind you, we had like the schizophrenic in the back who was sitting there like talking to herself and she was wigging out. So it was like this whole crazy situation that I'm in, and I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I really don't want to be here. You know what I mean? But you know what this man did though? Not only did he buy me something to eat when I had none, he sat next to me, talked to me about his life, and he told me, you know, like if I could do it different, I would have. But in the situation that I was in, I couldn't. You know what I mean? And he really spit some real shit. And he told me, he was like, if you have a way out, get out.
Right.
If you have a chance to do something that's positive, go do it. Which is
Right.
why I became the person I am now.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to that wisdom and that knowledge. I thought to myself, I was like, look, I could be out here doing this stupid shit and constantly being broken, you know, not getting anywhere in life, or I could change my ways.
Right.
And he, you know, he had a big influence on me in a lot of ways, in some ways that I never really knew. And I had to do a lot of soul searching and realize, like, you know, this guy didn't know me, for one.
Right.
Had no ties to me whatsoever. I'm a complete stranger to this dude. You know what I
Right.
mean? But the fact that he sat down, broke bread,
He
and had a
saw
conversation
something
with
in
me.
you.
I mean, there was somebody in the Bible that reminded me a lot of him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So real shit. Like, I mean, you take those little moments in your life, and if you put them all together, you start to understand that life is a lot more complex than people try to make it out to be.
Yeah.
Which is why you'll never hear me say woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Right. Right.
Should I say that shit a lot? Goddamn.
I
I
do,
won't.
because I be looking at some of the things that I passed up, or some of the people that I might pass up, but
I look at it.
then I
like,
look at where they are. It's like if they're doing better than what I know I could have, that we would have done, I you know, saying
like,
swallow my
damn,
pride.
what would happened to this? You know what I'm saying? That's some of the stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely with you. Like, would you have been where you are now if you was with me? Probably not. Like, that's how I be thinking of things like that. But it
See,
is
like
what it is.
the whole situation with Centoya Brown is what really fucked me up, because she was the girl that was kidnapped and put into sex slavery, right?
Oh yeah.
And
okay,
she ended
okay.
up killing her, the one guy that was, you know, that was
Yeah.
like pimping her out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then she ends up on life without parole. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, how is that fair? Like,
Oh,
how
yeah, the
does
girl.
anybody know
Yeah.
what they would have did in that situation?
Right, right, and then for
You're a
them to
female.
put her
like,
in
if
jail,
anybody,
like
if
that's
anybody
that
would
was
know,
crazy.
it's you, right?
Right,
Because you're a female.
right,
If somebody is holding you captive and forcing you into sex,
Right.
and you have the opportunity to kill them, you're gonna tell me you're not.
Like, right. I thought that whole ordeal was
The
crazy.
whole thing
Like,
was crazy.
that was
right?
weird to me. Like, this girl finally, like, could you imagine being like stolen and like you're having to give sex to just people that come in and that's your new life and you finally get enough courage to kill him and you go to jail?
It's wild,
Like,
right?
it's
some
so wild.
some
Like,
judges don't see. You know what I'm saying? What you just said. Some judges don't see that. Some judges are white collar, never been in the hood.
But where does white collar become like this girl was being held against her will,
Because
fucking people that she didn't
they-
even want to, and now she finally got the courage
They
to
don't.
kill this
They
man,
don't look
kill
at it
him,
like that.
and now she's in prison.
They look at it as like, all right, the law is this. What did she do to break the law? Oh, she killed someone. Jail. They don't look at it like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're wired not to get attached or, you know what I'm saying?
But see, that's a dangerous thing, though.
That is a dangerous
That's
thing.
dangerous because if you're not getting attached to the understanding of why someone did the way they did, I cannot sympathize with the guy who killed his wife and kicked his kids off a cliff, right?
Right.
I'm not gonna sympathize with that guy, and
It's
I don't
nothing
know
that you can
anybody
say
in
to
the
make
world
me
with a
feel
right
like
mind
maybe
that
you're
would.
right.
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 You know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Like, there's nothing that you can say that's gonna make me feel bad for you.
right.
However,
Right.
the woman who fought back and killed the guy that was essentially pimping her. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a little sympathy there.
True.
Right.
But for you to say that, oh well, we can't get attached, that's not fair. As
No,
human
that's not
beings,
fair. Yeah.
fuck the law, right? Like put your judgment aside, right?
Right.
And your title and your
And you
entitlement
being a
aside.
judge, you have that. You
Right.
can make
You
it.
can't
You
think as a
can.
human
That's a
being.
human thing, but
Right.
like
Right.
they're
But
trained
okay, here's my point.
to look
What
at
if
it
it
as
was
law.
his daughter?
True.
Right.
True.
But then
That's
they're like,
my
oh,
point,
well,
though.
my
What
daughter
if-
would never have been in a situation, but you don't know.
That part.
Because, I mean,
That
shit, your
part.
daughter could be walking to school, get knocked in the head, and boom, she's
And
thrown
boom,
in a
she
van.
Yeah, human
Right.
trafficking is the biggest crime in the world, and it's also one
The
of the most
number
popular.
one. Yeah, like
It's
the number one crime in the
Numero
world.
uno is trafficking.
Like, I've been to clubs where I've been in clubs and I've seen, like, a girl would come up and talk to me and my cousin out of nowhere, like a random female. Then you look around, you see boom, 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 men. Everybody's looking. And she's trying to get us to go to VIP. Oh, you want to come to VIP? Oh, there's drinks up there. I have this guy up there. Da, 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 da. And the moment we get in VIP, you think we ever coming back down?
No.
No. And it's
You have to
like
be
people
careful.
just, you have to be careful. Like, that shit is real deal.
I
Holyfield.
tell my daughter that all the time. So my daughter came out not too long ago, which took me on this LGBTQ
Your daughter?
downward spiral. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she came out. It was a beautiful thing too, like because she knows who she is. She's
Right.
always been the type that's been really headstrong. She knows who she is.
Right.
She does not hide it and does not try to lie to you. She knows who she is. And when she came to us and told me, I kind of turned to her mom and was like, "Told you, I knew it. Like
You
you
didn't-
just know." Yeah, oh yeah. Like Fred was there. All right, so
He's like, hell yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the
What?
thing.
It shocked me though. I was like, huh?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that you don't know about me and Fred. We hang out all the time. We're always together, almost.
Right.
Almost
Yeah.
always, right? And one day I was in. This is how it all started. One day I was in the kitchen and I was curious, so I asked my daughter. I asked my son first. I was like, "What do you think about LGBTQ? Like, what do you think about men that are with other men and women that are with other women, right?" And my son was just like, "Hey, it don't bother me, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's do you." So I was like, "Yeah, I get that."
Right.
My daughter, on the other hand, was like, "That's disgusting. Men should be with women and women should be with men." And I turned to him, am I lying? And I said, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna be a Republican." Swear to God.
No.
He laughed thinking it's funny. I'm joking around and shit, but I'm like, on some real shit though, I need to talk to her mom about it.
To see why she
feels that way. Because her mom is bisexual, for Christ's sake. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's surrounded by this. Like, why would she? We have never been a hateful people,
Right.
ever. So I'm
Right.
like, okay, we gotta nip this down. Like, we gotta figure out what's going on here. So we had a talk with her, and we told her like, hey, look, this is America, and you're allowed to be who you want to be. I'm not gonna tell you, like that what you said was right or wrong. This is
Right.
your opinion. But at the same time, when your opinion starts to vilify certain people, maybe you should watch what you say.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I left it at that. We fast forward maybe like half a year later, not even that, 6 months later, right? She writes us a letter, and it says, "Dear Mom and Dad, that I'm lesbian and I have been for a long time, and I want to go to the Pride Parade this Sunday and show
Oh
off
my
my
God, I
new
would have
pride.
took her. Why didn't you tell me? I
Well,
would have took her to
hold
the
on,
Pride
because
Parade.
the thing is that we had a lot going on that weekend, so we couldn't. Cause
Oh my
we
God,
had
I would
family
have took her.
stuff
You
going
should have
on.
told me.
But I really, we will the next one that comes around.
Yes.
Like we all decided that we were gonna do that one.
Yes, for
but
her.
it was such short notice. Oh no, I'm lying. We didn't have a lot going on. The tickets were sold out.
Oh yeah.
My bad. That was my fault. The tickets were sold out, so I didn't have an opportunity to take her like I wanted to.
Right.
But she wrote this long letter, and it was really touching. And I was over the road. I wasn't even here at the time it happened. And I told Fred, I called Fred and I was like, hey, so, this is what happened. And he was just like, I kind of saw that coming. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, never hung
You
around.
saw that shit?
Never
I
hung around
seen
dudes.
it because, like you were saying.
Like I'm
yeah.
saying, like never hung around dudes.
Right.
Always wanted to be around females. Always. Love to get her hair done, nails done, all that good stuff, right? But then, like, when you talk to her, it was like, no, we should be with, we should be with men. Like, women are housewives. It was weird. It was almost scripted. It's the best way I could put it.
Right. That's how she was raised. That's what
That
she was.
wasn't even what
No,
how
it
she
was-
was raised. That's how she wanted to push it out there to see what you were going to say.
To me, I felt like it was kind of like a smoke screen. And
To
you
see
could.
what y'all would do.
No, it's kind of like, I'm not this, so I'm gonna go extreme the other way.
Yep.
So you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what a
I'm
lot of
kind
gay
of
guys
like,
do.
you're
They,
like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck that.
Oh, that's gay.
Dude, that's gay.
And you kinda look,
It
you
be
just kinda
wild
like-
like a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, in the ass, beating, like, it's crazy to the bitch. Like, oh, God, bro. Like,
Right.
in the most men, like, I want you to know this from a female's perspective. Like, from what I do know, most men that are, oh, that's gay, da-da-da-da-da, all of that, bark, are bottoms. You hear me? They're not top, they're not verse, they're bottoms. And it's like, they look back and it's like, oh God. And it's
Damn.
just because they're so upset
That's the
because
problem.
somebody is doing them like that. They feel like, you know what, fuck all. Like, no, it shouldn't be like this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And like, I'm telling you, and it's like, well, why do you feel that way? Like,
Right.
you only really feel that way because
Yeah.
somebody's making you feel that way.
See, that's what I do. I try to get to the bottom of why people feel the
Right.
way they do.
Right.
I don't care because I'm an independent, so I don't care
Right.
if you're Republican, Democrat, whatever side you're on. I want to know why.
Why you feel
Why
that
do you
way?
feel that way, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you hate gay people or if you love them. Why?
Why?
You know
Why
what I'm
do
saying?
you
Like,
feel
I've
so
always just wanted to
strong?
know why. Because
Yeah.
here's the greatest part that the greatest wisdom I've ever learned in life, and the one thing that I can't get away from is I'm not leaving life alive.
right.
This is all temporary. Everything that we do,
It's
It's temporary
There'll be
as
another
fuck.
life.
I could
and-
die tomorrow.
Right.
So it wouldn't matter. But the statements that I leave behind from friends and family to my children, that matters.
Right.
Because they're going to be the ones to know, like, yeah, I remember Chris. He was cool as shit. Yeah, Dad was the coolest ever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I could be known as, oh, Chris was a racist fuck. Or Chris was, Chris
Never
was
that.
bigoted. He hated gays. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be known like that.
Right. You
So
don't
I
want that
always try to
stigma.
to just get to understand why people feel the way they feel and why they are the way they are.
Right.
Why are you racist? Well, for
Right. Why do you
Who
feel
hurt
that way?
you? Remember,
Right.
that's my favorite
That's
thing to
not
say.
you.
Like, who hurt you?
But I'm with you though because something put that bug in your head
Some-
that grew
some-
like something.
Something
Like
happened.
some people
Something
aren't-
had to be something along the way.
Some
Yeah,
people aren't
something
like that. Some
happened.
people are just taught that way.
Well, see, that's the thing. But what you have been taught, you can be untaught.
True.
right.
That's my point.
True.
right.
Yeah, you could grow up with a racist family all day long and end up marrying a
True.
black chick. Because
True.
guess
I had
what?
a
This is
homeboy like
America.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
And
I've
you're
seen-
allowed
yeah.
to have your own opinions, your
Yeah.
own thoughts, and your own
And
ideas.
his family's racist as fuck, and he been with like 5 black girls, and they don't come to his weddings. This is second
That's because
marriage.
it's a taboo.
Yeah.
He
like-
want mama to find out.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up
It's
with
just
y'all,
the, bro.
but-
It's the same way. All right, think about it. Like you have a daughter, right? And you're a racist dad, and you find out your daughter's been fucking a black dude. Oh,
Hurts. Your soul.
bro.
It's rape.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly. That bullshit, right?
That
But think about
bullshit.
it, right? Like if the dude has a racist family, he's dating nothing but black chicks because he wants to get caught. He wants that.
He,
That's the
because
thrill to
his
him.
family doesn't. But then it's like, what happened to you? Like,
I don't know.
Why do
Look,
you
here's the
feel
point.
that
Who
way?
cares? Like I feel like if your family wants you to be one way and you want to be another, go be the other. Like you
Yeah.
only get one life. Not all of us. This is what I tell my kids. This is what I tell my wife. And like, she gets kind of like aggravated, but she understands. Not all of us are meant to be doctors and lawyers.
No.
Some of us are just meant to be idiots.
Some of us are meant to be barbers, and
you hear
some
me?
of us
It's
are
like
meant
that's
to
what I'm
be
saying. Some of us are just meant to be,
influencers,
you know,
something
like
different,
welders. Some of us
right.
are just meant to start a podcast and
But
not know
then
what the
you
fuck
see,
they're
like,
doing.
doctors and
Right.
lawyers,
Some of
they're not
us
even
just,
happy.
it's okay to try shit.
Yeah, like
Right.
some of these doctors
Just be
and lawyers
you.
not even happy with the fucking life that they're in.
That's a fact.
That's
like, there's
fact.
a
Like, I
lot
have
of
a
lawyers that don't
therapist
even
friend.
want a lawyer.
Yeah, that
Because
don't
their
even want to
parents-
help
Because their
people.
parents forced them to do it. There's a lot of doctors that don't want a doctor.
That don't even care
That
about
don't
being
even give a
care
shit about you.
medicine. They don't even care about medicine.
They get so
But
mad, they
Patel,
start killing their
you hear me?
patients off. They
What?
just like, fuck
It's
them.
it's just what they grew up into. Like your Dr. Patel and all your family Patel, you know what I'm saying? And it's just
Right.
what you grew into. It's like now
Right,
you're
yeah.
stuck being a doctor.
Yeah.
Like, but that's not even your true passion. It's not even your
Not
true
all of
calling.
us are meant to be famous, and not all of us are meant to be
No.
famous singers and rappers and actors and actresses,
Some of
and
us
it's
are meant to
okay.
touch the
Life's
people.
not fair, and it never has been, and it never will be.
Right.
But
Right.
the thing is life is what you make it.
Right.
Right.
If you continuously live in this ball of negativity, all you're gonna get is negative energy back. But
Right.
if you let out the ideas of just maybe it can get better, then
It
one
will.
day it will. I'm living proof.
Right, it
Look at
will.
my life now
Right.
versus 20 years ago.
You
Are
never
you
would've
fucking
thought that.
serious? I would have never in my life dreamt I am where I am now.
Right, at all.
Ever. I never even had the idea. My biggest dream when I was homeless was an apartment.
Right.
That was my biggest dream. I own a 4-bedroom house.
My biggest dream.
My
is jail
dreams
something.
escalated to beyond possibilities.
Right.
And I did it all just with positive thinking and a little bit of work. That's all it took.
Not even a little bit, a lot.
A lot of work, but
Yeah.
like it took just a little bit of just
A drive.
get out of that attitude of
Yes.
everybody hates you, life sucks,
Yes.
it's not fair, I'm not TikTok famous.
Yeah.
Get out of that idea and get to the point where you can live your life and just be happy
With who you
and with who you
are.
really are. Be
Like,
who
people-
you are.
be
That's
who
the
you
goal.
are. And at the end of the day, I feel like life is better when you're living in your true self.
100%.
Like you cannot sit up here and tell me like people that are in a closet when they finally came out, they didn't feel better about what the fuck was going on every single day.
100%.
Like,
I know this because I have a lot of friends that are doing life behind bars right now.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of friends that were trying so hard to impress the crew. We're so
Right.
gangster, we're so bad that we go
Right.
out here and we do this rough shit. And
Right.
now I'm sitting life behind bars
And the
with
person you was trying to
nothing
impress is
but
still out.
bullshit for
Right.
lunch, bullshit for dinner, and for dessert. And
Right.
now you know what? You get what you get. That's your choice. You chose to do what you wanted to do.
Right. People
You
try to-
chose your life. So
You
don't get
choose.
mad now. You know what I'm
Choices.
saying? Like, don't get
My life
mad
is
now
really about
when my
choices.
life is good because I chose the opposite path. I
Yep.
chose to work. I took my ass to work when y'all was selling dope.
Right.
I
And
took
people
my ass
say
to
that
work
and you're
when I
like,
was
oh,
doing
that's
my
so
own
cliche. Like, it's so cliche.
You know what I
but
mean? It is.
It's true.
It is very
is
true.
So true.
It is.
It's like everything comes down to choices. And it's
Yeah.
like,
That's
you really
all
don't
life. All
realize
life really is like it's a bottle of choices.
Yeah.
You're gonna be handed choices whether you like it or not.
Yep.
The whole point of it is to figure out what you're gonna do with those choices.
Yes. Figure out who you
What do you
are.
do?
Is who.
Well, sometimes you do shit you don't want to do.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
A lot
A
of times.
lot of the
it's
time, you
not
do
over
shit
the
you
top.
don't want to do.
And it's like then you
You
gotta
know
take
what I'm
one for the team, where you next thing
Yeah.
you know you're in a bed with somebody that you didn't want to be with because all your friends was with his friends, and now you know what I'm saying y'all the last two left. Now you feel obligated to
Well,
have
that's
fun.
different. That's taking one for the team from the club.
Yeah,
that's
that's
different.
taking one
We
for
done
the
all took
team.
family.
I,
Everybody-
when-
Every
Everyone's
man,
taking one for
every
them.
man, woman, and child that's been with their crew at the club
has had to take one
has
for
had
the
to take
team.
one for the team. We all took a fat one. Stop
Like
lying.
I took a fat
Do
one.
not lie to
I
yourself.
took somebody's virginity, and I was like, wait,
Damn.
what? I don't know.
Well, don't worry. It probably didn't last long.
It did. That's why I didn't mind doing it. Like it was like
He was like,
50
and I'm done. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
it was like wasn't
Appreciate
even a song. It was like
great.
half a
I'm
song.
gonna go ahead and high five. I'm out of here.
All right, I see you at school tomorrow.
Have you ever had a one night stand?
I think we've all had. Have we?
Like a one night stand, but like what I consider a one night stand is like you never see them again. Like you've
I've-
never seen them.
I've-
Well, that guy
I've had that.
I've never seen him before. Ever.
Did you call him an Uber?
No, we
No.
was in college.
Yeah,
We
so
had
it was
money for Uber.
way before Uber.
Yeah,
Oh my God! Yeah,
You better
that
get
is-
home. He
that
got a
is
bike. He
Call
can travel
taxi.
on a bike.
Hop on them pedals, bitch.
Hell, you on a peg. On a bag. Where you going to Chris' house?
But that's the thing, like that's what I try to instill in everybody is that like it's okay to be you. That's the main thing that I tell my kids.
It's
Just be
okay
you.
to be
Don't try to go out here and be like everybody else. Because you know what? 90% of the shit you see on the internet is fake anyway. The thing is,
Fake.
it's fake. It's a facade, and it's like
Right.
everybody trying to live a life
Like
they're not
somebody
living.
else. And it's
Yeah,
like nobody
100%.
wants to be their true self.
Nobody really wants to.
Everybody
be
trying to
themselves.
be
It's okay
somebody.
to be weird. I hang out with weirdos all the time.
I'm weird.
Ah,
I accept
you
them all
are
the time. It's so
100%
fucking weird. And it's like, and
I
I'm fine
love,
with that.
I love being around weird people.
Yes.
People that are odd, people that are shy,
Good one.
people that are
Good one.
introverts, people that are extroverts. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
gay, lesbian, straight, it doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
I have a best friend that was, I haven't talked to in a while, but when we were in high school, he was like totally like, "Yo, I'm so, not gay, and then he became
And
a
I
girl.
was like,
So it's like,
bottom.
yeah, then he ended up becoming Amber.
right.
So the thing is like, it's okay to be yourself. And I think that
Yes.
that's the point that we need to get to.
Yes.
But what is not okay is stepping on people to get where you are.
Exactly.
And that's one thing
Downing people. You're fat, da-da-da. That's
Yeah,
not cool.
like,
You don't
that's
gotta
not-
do that. Like
yeah.
you don't gotta do that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the
I
day, you a
agree.
fucker. So it's like it's not like seriously. And it's like you're doing all of this.
He's so
because of-
gay. I don't want his.
Yeah,
It's
but then
gross.
like next thing you know, you're in his DMs. Like I'm telling you, like I have so many gay friends, and it's like the guys that I see that are in their inbox is shocking. It's just like some of the guys. You
It's
never
good to
would've
know,
thought.
though. It's good that you're putting it out there, so like people can really.
Like I just want you
Understand.
to embrace yourself. Just
Yeah,
be you.
100%.
Like fuck. Who
If you're super
cares?
straight, be super straight.
If you're super
gay,
gay,
be super gay.
If you super curious, shit, you just super curious. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah, 100%.
Figure you out. Like
100%. I agree. I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's we've gotten to a point now where all our grandparents
it's
are dying off.
2022. Like
It's all right. It's okay to let that go. Let's let that
Yeah.
old mentality go, and then we'll just
Yep.
push into the new world. Right?
it's important.
You think?
Push you to the new one.
Just curious though. Like, since you're you're in the community, right? So like, and I mean heavily involved in it. So like, my point is this though. Like, do you agree with Boosie and like the baby and like all of them and how they come out and they say like all that
I
stuff?
don't agree with that because it's like I don't feel like you should down people for their personal preference. I'm not about downing people or belittling people about being who they are. That's not cool. Because at the end of the day, that's why we have so many men that are in the closets, but then you have so many women that HIV rate is so fucking high because these men are in the closet. In reality, they fucking other men, but they're so vulnerable about it. There's no condoms involved. So like you have to look at it for what it is. Like the black women has the leading HIV cases like in all of the USA. Because in reality, a lot of these black men are gay. And they fucking other men or trainees or whatever. I'm not saying that everybody that's gay or every trainee has it. That's not what I'm saying. It's like pretty much with this scenario, you're downing people for their personal preference is actually causing a bigger problem. You having all your real life straight women out here getting HIV because these men are really scared to be who they really are. So it's like.
So you're saying, hold on. So wait. That's just to reiterate. Like you're saying that black women have a higher,
yes, like these are
number
real
one
life
in
statistics.
HIV cases.
These are real life statistics. Google it.
Look that up.
Yeah, I was in the
Yeah,
show
like,
about to
these
look
are
it
real
up.
life
I don't want to say that's a fact and it's not. Look that up. I don't know. I'm not just
Let's
saying
find
that you're
it.
lying.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Tyler
I'm not.
Perry
I
says
just-
this all the time. Like this is fact, and it's like a lot of things. The reason why it's so high is because like a lot of men are gay. A lot of black men are gay, and it's like you have people, big celebrities like Boosie and the baby, that's down and shit like this, and it makes people feel uncomfortable about being who they really are.
That's
So
fair.
you were in the closet about being who you
That is
really
fair.
are, but then at the same time, you want to feel the pleasure just like a woman want to feel the pleasure from a man. Like you want to see what's up. So you raw dogging niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a wife and 7 or 4 kids at the house. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit wild to me. It's wild to me. to know like this woman ended up with HIV and she ain't never been with nobody but her husband all the time. Like, have you found it? Cause I really like this is real life. This is real proof, and it's shocking because it's like, well, it's 2022. Like, why ain't people more confident in being who they are? Like, if you like sucking a little dick, so what? You like sucking a little dick. It's not like you see but don't laugh.
I get it. That's a fair.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, so
I'm not
what?
laughing at the fact that, like, you know, I'm not laughing at LGBT. I'm just laughing at how you said it. Yeah, it's not.
Because it's the truth, though. And
I mean, I've been saying this my entire life. This is not something that I came up with off the top of my head to make a podcast. I've literally been this same person.
I found it. So it says, by race / I'm doing it like this. By race, black / African Americans and Hispanic / Latinos are more affected by HIV compared to any other race and ethnic groups.
Okay, but what about black women?
It should say black women.
Let's see.
Yeah, because black women are like, because you got to think about it for what it is. A lot of men don't get tested.
By race.
A lot of men
That's
don't
fair.
get
I haven't
tested.
been tested since I was single, so I can't.
Yeah,
really
like
tell you.
a
Like
lot
I've
of
been
men
married
don't
this
get
whole
tested.
time, so like I don't know. I've been married
It's
for
like once they find one person, they just stop.
2 years, and then like with my wife for 6, so I don't know anything past
Yeah,
that.
it's like no one knows, and it's like shit. Just cause you're fine, don't mean that your partner ain't doing. You know what I'm saying?
It says, in the United States, gay, bisexual, and other men who have sex with men are the
Leading
population most most affected by HIV,
Right.
according to the CDC.
So men are more affected than women.
That's what it said.
But you have to think about it for what it is.
And also transgender women who have sex. Yeah.
Yes, but the reason why it's women is because a lot of those bisexual men, a lot of men aren't getting tested.
Right. Yeah. I
So
haven't.
it becomes
tested.
women
I could
like
see
that's
how that would-
going
yeah.
to like
Right.
statistically proven. It's
Well,
a lot
I think
more
that I don't think that's like on purpose. Though.
not on purpose, but I mean a lot of people are scared to.
I agree with you, dude. I'll tell you like this: like if I was single right now, I'd be petrified because of how much fuckery is going on between you single fucks. I promise you.
You single fucks.
Like I'm not. I am so fucking
But for real,
petrified
though.
of that shit. Like I felt like if my wife like mysteriously just randomly died one day, I'm done. I'm not doing anything else. I'll call
You
on
sure?
a homegirl. I promise you. I will call on a homegirl and be like,
Because
hey,
at the end of the day,
I
you're
need
still
some, and it is what it is.
You still
Right?
have needs.
Because I'm,
You
yeah,
still
like
have
I said,
needs.
I would
Okay.
call on a homegirl and be like, hey, look, you know me, I know you, I need something.
Oh, okay. So
I'm
you're
not going
okay.
out
He still
here
wants
Okay,
his
gotcha.
with the rest of this
Gotcha.
craziness because I'm not finna be canceled. I'm not fixing to be
Not canceled.
exposed. I'm not fixing. You not taking my condom that I done put my hot sauce in and putting it in you.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what
You
story
heard
he's talking
this?
about?
You heard about the Drake story?
No.
Bruh. So Drake got with an Instagram model. I don't remember her name. You remember her name? Look it up.
No, they didn't.
They never released the name. So he's being sued.
She put it out in
He's being
secrecy.
sued?
He's being sued because he met up with an Instagram model, hit her DMs. She was like, hell yeah, let's smash. So he goes over there to the hotel, made sure everything was consensual, doing what a man's supposed to do.
Right.
Everything's consensual. We're good. All right. Smashes. He came out with a condom on. He smashes. He takes the condom off. What she didn't know was he put hot sauce in it to kill the sperm cells, so he ain't got to worry about her trying to come back on some backdoor shit when he leaves and putting the condom, you know,
Right.
the substance inside of her.
Right.
All right. So he throws the condom away and he goes and does his own thing. What she does, being the trifling asshole she is she took the condom out, she undid it, and put the substance of his soldiers inside of her with the hot sauce.
What?
So she said,
bacterial
Bruh.
vaginosis.
But what she said, hold on, I saved her quote because it was one of my favorite things. I promise you, I
What?
saved. Come on now.
People are creepy like that. Like,
Yeah.
that's insane.
So she said, and I quote you, right? She said it felt like pouring hot lava in her pussy. Unquote. And I was like, you know what? That's what your trifling ass get, bitch.
Right.
If you would have left the condom in the motherfucking trash wherever
But
it
that's
was,
not how she looking at it. the way she looking at it, it's a come up in that trash.
Okay, yeah, no, I get that, but
that's
now,
the-
Life
but guess
that's
what
straight.
though? But guess
Yeah.
what though? You didn't come up on shit.
Right.
So
You
she's
came up
suing
on
you?
nothing. She's suing
No,
him
she's suing
because
him
she
because she
couldn't
got-
have an 18-year commitment with a dude who wanted nothing to do with her. He just wanted some ass. That was it.
She's suing him because she feels like she basically got kind of. She didn't feel like she got assaulted, but I'm gonna use that word. She felt like it was assault now because you don't normally do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't normally put hot
Actually,
sauce.
that's some smart shit though.
True.
That's a man that did
With
his
me, I'm just
research.
flushing it though. But
yeah,
Drake,
he did his
that
that's
part.
real
Shit, I'm
shit.
just
Drake, I salute you, bro.
But my
Hell
thing
yeah,
is
real
this.
move.
talk.
And from now
I am
on-
sitting over thinking like, damn,
Bruh,
hot
look,
sauce kills
nah,
sperm.
from now on, men, hot sauce in the condom. We're going
Real
to start
talk.
exposing these
but my
bitches.
thing is this.
Yeah, 'cause that's not
Expose
right though.
them.
Can I
That's
say
not
this?
right.
You can smell hot sauce from a mile away.
And she should have sniffed that condom.
Right.
before
Who the
she
fuck
put it in
sniffs
her
condom?
pussy.
See,
Like,
this is
she
why I
should've
would
sniffed the
never
condom
be
before you
single
put it in
again.
your
I'm
pussy.
good.
Still, if I open a bottle of hot sauce and sit it right
You can
here,
smell it
you
from
gonna
here.
smell it's hot because hot sauce is a strong identifying. You can
not.
identify
It
smell,
make her
and it's
We
know
don't know what
It's
kind
good
of sauce.
though.
We don't know what kind of hot sauce it was.
it's pleasant. If it's
Tobacco.
red,
Tabasco.
if it's red,
It wasn't Tabasco. Was
It
it
was
Louisiana? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it? Like,
Here's
we
the
need
thing.
a little hot sauce.
Louisiana.
here's the thing. She's so worried about a come up that she doesn't know that. Damn, this nigga nut red. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's what I'm
It could
saying.
have been a
like,
red condom.
So we're using
No.
flavor.
We don't know, like, we don't
We're
know,
using
look,
flavored
we
condoms.
don't know.
They don't even make big condoms for flavor. Like,
Well, we don't
you
know
know
if
what I'm
Drake's
saying? Like,
big either. He ain't came out with
No, no, no.
Right.
She,
That
no, no.
was-
She exposed him.
And she said
About-
it was
She
big.
did.
She said it was 7 inches long.
That's
and
fair.
gir-
That's
She
fair.
said it was good.
7 inches.
7
That's
inches
too
is alright.
average.
First of all,
no,
5.5 is average, and I'm not gonna
I'm
have you
I
sit
thought you
there.
did
I'm
that
done.
with a
Crucify
13,
me.
like the size of
Okay.
a ruler, and I measured it.
The
Like, I
ruler's
just made
12
video.
inches.
Exactly.
How much do you need?
All
God
of it.
dang.
Like,
7
that was
is
my
fine.
love.
Look,
like,
I feel like
Can
if
I
a
say-
man
can I
has-
ask you this?
Hold on. I feel like
Yeah.
if a man has 7.5, he's cool with it. If a man has
cool.
5.5, he's stressing. If a man has 3.5, he's hurting.
out of there. Like,
If a man
yeah.
has the little with the micro, if a man has a micro penis, he ain't fucking. That's
He's
the
a
serial
bottom.
killer.
He's a bottom. Like, and I know a couple of homeboys that are like have really small dicks, and it's like, well, like where do you get your pleasure?
But the 7.5 is straight. You telling me you can't fuck with 7.5?
I mean, me and
Let's
my
say
ex had a
okay.
7.5.
Let's say you met a
Me and my
dude, you fall in love, you
ex-girlfriend
get
had a
married,
strap.
y'all have a great time, and you know you ain't fucked him, but you find out he's 7.5. You gonna be alright with it?
You said marry. I would never marry somebody that I never
That's
had
fair.
sex with.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was about to
We
say
too
that's.
old
This
for
ain't the
shit.
Bible.
Hell
Right.
no,
Go
I'm
back to
too
Sunday
old for
school,
that.
Chris.
Cause what if it's not good? Then like you stuck married? Man,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
no.
I know.
It's like a car. You
I
gotta
don't know.
test drive
What you
before
think,
buy
Fred?
it.
My thing is this. Okay, so you should be able to see. I don't want to come off as a dick.
Say it.
All
So
right.
what you have to
Okay.
say.
Okay.
That's
You
why
sh-
we here.
You should be able to be like, well, since I can't, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to call out people who don't think, you know what I'm saying? You don't have enough to please them. I guess I don't know. Am I saying that right?
I don't know what you're saying.
So it's like, all right, let's just say you meet a girl, right? And she's like, well, you got 7 inches. And you're like, what the fuck? No.
I'd be like, bitch, is it tight?
That-
Like,
that's
what
what
the
I'm
fuck? Hold on, wait a
You
minute.
should be
know-
able to do that. You know
I
what
do
I'm saying?
do that. Hold on. Here's the thing. Look, this is what you need to understand. Men, listen to me and listen well. Look, if we have to be held to a standard, they do too. Here's the thing. Look, if your 7.5, your 5.5, or your 9.5 ain't good enough, move on. There's too many females out here to be worried about
Somebody's
one or
gonna
two.
value that 7.5.
Somebody is gonna
Like,
love
somebody's gonna
the
treat
shit
that
out
bitch
your
like a
7.5.
13 and be
Somebody,
fine.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
somebody
They gonna
ride
treat that
your
bitch like
shit
it's 12 and
Yo.
3/4.
There's a lot
That's
of
it.
there's a lot of girls who are like opposite who like smaller.
A lot of women actually like smaller kids. A lot.
That's probably because you're not breaking their pelvis in half.
I mean, my pelvis ain't never been broken in half, but I feel like I get it like more.
But I
More
mean,
pleasure, but from a larger.
yeah.
I
From
get
a
it.
larger.
I mean, it's well known since the time I was a kid that a big dick is a good thing. Okay, like I get that, but not everybody has that, and it's cool to want that. But at the same time, be cool with what you can get because there's some chicks out there that don't deserve no dick, and she's one of them.
No, y'all be over here giving them all you. And then it's like when you get somebody that really deserves that 7.5, like. Now you feeling like, damn, maybe she don't want it. Cause
stop giving your 7.5.
Stop doubting yourself. Like, women pay attention. Like, insecurity is like really a big turn off. Like, sometimes you know when a dude got a small dick, how they carry themselves. Like a dude with a big dick, you know he got a big dick.
Hold on, wait. Oh, you talking about like big energy, right?
Yeah, like you
know. Idris Elba got all the BDE. I promise you.
Yeah, you think that? I don't know. I don't think he got
Idris Elba got all the BDE.
What
was the last movie he was in? What was the last movie? The cowboy movie.
What
was that last cowboy?
How Hard We Fall.
Yes.
How Hard We Fall.
That's a good fucking movie.
That's a great
BDE. This dude had it all. What you talking about? BDE everywhere.
And you know he's friends with the prince.
Really?
So you know he got a big.
I mean, and everyone that's friends with higher ups have big penises.
I don't know about that one.
Like they got to because everybody wants to be their friend.
Everyone knows that.
Like
that's debatable.
Like they play sports together. And
oh yeah, Fred. Who you know?
No, I'm just saying.
I think so.
You can't say
who you know, Fred.
You can't say that everybody who hires everybody.
No, like if they know the royal family, they got a big, but the royal family got small penises. That's how.
I think the redhead dude, the one that's with the black chick, he probably got a big because they're best friends. Idris Elba and him are actually really best friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
He's swinging something serious, but the rest of them.
Yeah, you know I know these things because I think both of them fine shit, and I'm like I thought it was crazy.
I'm just kidding. I'm not.
No, I'm just saying I don't know the situation y'all talking about.
I don't know.
I don't keep up with Idris.
I don't know how to tell if a dude has something.
I
Oh,
know.
okay.
I guess because I don't pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the way people carry themselves, like.
So what is the
what are the signs
to everybody else that doesn't know, including myself? What's the signs of a small wee wee?
A small wee wee. Okay. He has a super nice car. Probably car sitting on some extremely unorthodox size rims. Like it's just too flashy.
All right, cancel my 22s, by the way. Just don't.
Yeah. This nigga probably got 28s. On a fucking Toyota Corolla. You know what I'm saying? Like some basic shit. Like you don't need
28s on a Toyota Corolla.
But you get what I'm saying? Like you're too much.
So overly
flashy.
Overly flashy. Like overly extending. Okay.
It is to cover up for something else that you don't have.
What do they call that? There's a word for that.
It's a word for it. I can't think of it.
I've been drinking too much, so I don't remember.
I'm right there.
But you know what I mean. And I know what you mean.
Yeah,
there's a word for it. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I'll edit the shit out.
That's a thing. That's really a thing. And it's like, like, something's not right with him. Like, or like guys that are very aggressive. Overly aggressive.
So overly aggressive, small penis. I never would have thought of that. That's. So what else? What else you got?
The overly aggressiveness really just like is the one for me because.
And you know this for a fact.
I know this for a fact. Like the super cool, calm, collective ass is like things that you wouldn't think I have a big dick, have the biggest in the fucking world, and it's like.
Okay? So you've been around the block. You might know a thing or two.
A couple blocks, but not too many.
So hold on. So you might know. Is the whole thing about the skinny dude true?
Not true at all.
Not true at all.
Not true. Or the whole thing about the tall dudes is not true. Not true.
Could you imagine being like 6'4" and you're just 2.5? You know how sad, dude?
Or 6'5", 6'6" type of guy, and you have like it's like a 7. Like I've dated an ex-NBA player, and it was shocking to see like, damn, what the fuck is this? Like it's like a 5. Like what is this?
I feel like you could write a book.
I could write a book.
You could write a whole
I was
book.
late in the game. Like I didn't lose my virginity to my sophomore year in college.
That's not late. That's not late.
That's late.
In my
That's
generation.
late.
That's late. I was 20.
I lost my virginity when I was like 14.
Yeah, I was 20. when I lost my
I was
I mean,
14.
in y'all generation, that's probably
Yeah,
late.
but my situation was different.
See,
My situation was weird, but it's true. It's 14.
Cause I didn't lose my virginity until what 17? Like when I first got to Memphis, 17,
That's pretty average.
17.
Dang. And
I
you
feel
lost
like
it to
my
a
nephews at the
Memphisian?
Yeah,
Memphian.
Memphian.
What do they call it?
It's a
Memphians?
Memphian.
You
Yeah.
lost your virginity to a Memphian?
Wasn't
That's
that good
story.
either?
Sex
What's-
partner.
Wasn't that good?
Don't tell me it was trash.
I don't know.
He was a
shit.
virgin.
Right.
Like, to him, everything was great.
Right.
Like,
That's
it
fair.
tastes like it was new. Shit.
That's fair. That's
It
What is
wasn't.
this? It's sticky.
I took, like I told you, I took a couple guys' virginities before. And it's crazy to see, like, how they look like when you nut. And it's like, oh my God, you never, like, watched any movies about this type of shit. Like,
I kind of was just like,
no one told
all
you
right,
about
I'm about. Like, got my eyes. It was like,
That's how
all right.
fast it was?
No, I'm not saying that fast. I'm just
Yeah, I mean,
saying
he said that
I
shit like
got
it was
mines. I got mines. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
We're about to wrap this up.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
We've kind of ran out of topics.
Right.
I think the reason I brought this up is because like I feel like it's not okay to set people up that way.
No.
If you're gonna have babies, right? It needs to be a consensual thing. Either
Right.
y'all both agree to have kids, or
Right.
y'all marry and have kids, and just be ready to commit your life to it.
Right.
The reason we have so many fatherless children nowadays is because the father don't want to deal with the mom and the mom don't deal with the father. So now the kid gets stuck between both of them.
Right.
And as a kid growing up in that situation, that shit ain't fair and it's not right.
It's not. Right.
And it's the one reason that I waited so long. I'm 36. And this year I'll be 36. And I just now chose to have a kid.
And I'm 32 and I don't have any kids.
So the thing is like I agree
Shit, I'm trying to.
to the point where you have to find the person that you're most happy with.
Right.
Because if you don't, you're gonna go down this road of pure clout and BS.
Right.
And that's all it's gonna be. And the fact that this woman, who I guess we're not gonna know her name for a while,
Yeah.
has decided to do the whole condom out of the trash gig,
That's
you deserve everything you get. Bitch.
Yeah, like bitch, you.
Right. You
And then you-
deserve
It's
that
desperate.
shit.
And then you
Like-
sued. Like, what?
And
What
then
gives
to
you?
turn around and try to get some money out this shit?
Like,
Bro,
bitch,
you trifling.
So-
if
Yeah.
trifling was a fucking bitch, it'd be you.
If Trifling had a face, it'd be
It'd
her.
be your
like,
motherfucking
that's not
face.
cool. Like,
That's entitlement. Hard.
It
Hardcore.
goes to show like how men treat women, and something that I stand so big on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You must have really been through some shit for you to treat me like, you know what I'm saying? How you acted towards me. Like, a lot of men have been really hurt by women, and it's like, damn, like.
Then go to therapy.
Exactly, go to
here's the thing.
therapy.
You
Go to
cannot
therapy.
take what you had in your last relationship and bring it with you. Because I promise you, 100%, not 99.9 like motherfucking germ killer spread shit. No, not like Lysol. This is 100% of the time it's not going to work.
Right.
You're going to carry, if you carry baggage from the last relationship to the new one, it is never going to work.
Never.
What you need to do is learn to let that shit go.
Go.
If you can't, get some fucking therapy.
Right.
But don't bring it into the next relationship thinking that, oh, as long as I talk about my ex all the fucking time, this is going to work out. It don't.
It doesn't.
It never will. It never
will
has.
run you off of
And
your
it's
new
not going to.
person, or like it. No one wants to consistently, continuously hear about your ex or why.
Right.
Like, no.
But if
no,
you
no,
go
no,
and
no,
be
no.
an Instagram hoe, then just be that. Don't be the Instagram hoe that got knocked up for stealing the condom out of the fucking trash can.
Like, that's
What is wrong
so,
with you?
like, who does
Some of
that?
y'all just need. Some of you just need to wake the fuck up and grow the fuck up.
But
Yes.
some people.
Drake wanted to smash. He got his. He moved on. Stop trying to hold him to a lifetime commitment. Because
And a
what
lot
kind of
of
mom are
women-
you going to be? Because when the kid asks you, hey, how did I get here? You going to tell him it was some condom and some hot sauce?
Right. And a lot of women need to start like taking care of their selves and not like I have.
I think everybody needs that.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
an everybody
like, but
thing.
I have like a
It's
lot
an
of
everybody
like
thing.
women like are so used to men like sugar daddies and all these people taking care of them. Like, bitch, get you a job. Like,
I mean, yes, I agree with you on that note. But look, if you got a man that's willing to take care of you, it's the same reason if I had a woman that's willing to take care of you, I'm not gonna work. I get the game.
But
Look,
I
understand.
would still work because I don't want nobody to feel like they have some type of hold
over
me.
you. I get
yes,
that.
Like,
That's,
no, I would
that's
never
fair.
be a stay-at-home woman.
That's
like,
fair. I'm not saying it's not a little biased. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, women have been taken care of for the majority of the time you've been on this earth.
But it's just like, because bitch, like,
I
when it's
get
all
it.
said and done, you
I
ain't
get
never
it.
gonna be able to just get up and go. You're gonna have to ask this man for some money. Like, baby, you think you can send me
You telling me? Look, let me ask you a question. You met a billionaire tomorrow, and he gave you a $5,000 a week allowance.
I would still be a barber.
You still be a barber?
Yeah, I still
All
be
right,
a barber.
let's raise the stakes. Let's go $25,000 a week.
I would still be a barber with my
$100,000
own
a week.
business. $100,000,
But-
I
but-
would still be a barber
because
with my
is
own
that-
business.
I mean, you gotta respect
in
that,
different
though.
states.
Because my
Like,
thing is,
you know
are
what
you
I'm saying?
respect
are you
that.
being a barber? Are you being a barber because you love being a barber, or are you being a barber just to provide?
I love being a barber.
Okay, say boom. If I love doing something and somebody
you can't
came
take my
around,
passion.
right?
Yeah, you can't
right.
take that from me.
But
Like,
let's say you working at UPS and you forced to work at UPS, and then a millionaire
then I'd
comes
be
like, "Hey,
fuck this job.
right?"
But that's the point. That's what we're saying. Like, there's a lot of women that have done that same situation.
But I mean, these women also ain't trying to find nothing for themselves. Like, I went out and I found my passion. I found something that brings me happiness. I found something to where I don't have to work for nobody.
Okay,
This is me.
but sometimes clout brings them happiness.
Well, if that type of stuff brings you happiness, you need to find what's broken within yourself to fix you.
That's fair.
True.
That's fair. We out of here.
Yep, we're gonna
Bridget,
end it on that.
always a motherfucking pleasure. Brittany, you want to give a shout out to your barbershop?
Give a shout out to Texas Barber College, TBC, and my mother and my family, Evans Gang. And my cousin's about to get married February 5th, so congratulations, Jeremy
Oh,
and
congratulations.
Want to
on
shout
that.
out your Instagram or?
Sarah. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram. I don't have
Facebook.
like a barber Instagram quite yet, but
Whatever
follow
they
me
can
on
reach you
Instagram
at, so.
at me
Okay.
_ass or at Facebook at Brittany B with 2 E's. And you'll know it's me. I'm sitting on a car. And you know it's me. So it's my voice.
All right.
Follow
All right.
me.
Beautiful. Brittany, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming. All right.